I'm still here.
Yay! We kept him against his will. I'm leaning into it as if there's a microphone in front of me, guys. That was amazing. Yay!
Well, we are loud according to the monitors
we're
here.
cheering and being loud.
Okay.
That is true.
As soon as we get into characters, we get more like down
Once
here.
we calm the F down.
I will never.
Also, yeah, we shouldn't be all the way up at 10.
That's probably true.
It's a little exponential.
Crank it to 11.
I came here to watch Changeling the streaming and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Somebody get this guy some bubblegum.
I'm throwing it at the
Because
monitor.
if you don't have something to chew, eat, or drink, you're not changeling right. Does that make sense?
Grubermensch, Mother Nature is not letting me back into Texas. And I choose to believe that it's not because of the chains around my ankles under the table.
Right.
And he'll believe whatever he wants to believe.
Mother Nature is his nickname for us when we get like this. Pre-stream, I tried rolling a couple test rolls.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think I rolled any successful pools of dice. So many ones. It was fabulous. I was very excited.
Well, you were the one who was rolling really well last time, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Guys, we're
Can't have
3
them all.
quotes away from 669.
Oh, dear.
So start planning your
Dirty
your
talking.
dank
Dirty girl.
Me.
quotes.
Dem quotes stuff.
Dem dank quotes.
So guys, keep an eye on
So
the
dank.
numbers, and then we'll try to say something filthy.
It'll probably involve Braum, a plunger, and a toilet.
Hey, Skellinger.
Oh, hey!
Look, all of Exaltwitch is still up. You totally can still watch the rest of it. It's still there because we're crazy.
I'm only deleting all the videos after 24 hours, so still have a day.
24 hours?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Artificially dank quotes.
Yes.
Artificially dank quotes is my System of a Down cover band.
Yes.
Yep. Would be-
Down. I watched that.
Forget the toilet. Just Braum and a plunger.
It works really well with the lapel mics.
Destroy all the evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy
Oh.
Game of Thrones finale day, everyone.
Right.
I think it goes without saying
We'll
that,
stop streaming and watch it.
You know, no
right.
spoilers
Yeah, hashtag no spoilers.
for anyone.
Yay.
Yeah.
You have to reinstall your primary. Now, I am sympathetic to this, Krister, but I always kind of like the fresh feeling of a new install. So
It's true. He does.
even though it totally sucks and it really sucks, at the same time, I hope it works out better for you.
Woo!
Felonious popes.
What is happening? Oh, the felonious
Solid.
clubs.
It's a solid.
I'm loving
ending.
it. Dropping a truth bomb here, guys. I don't know. It's a matter of opinion. CTS greater than Game of Thrones. Weigh in below. We clearly have a higher budget.
I was just gonna say.
Obs.
It's going to makeup, hair, and the ankle chains.
It is time to change those exalted pop-ups to the Onyx Path, but I haven't returned to Austin in order to do it. So you'll have to wait. But they'll be there.
Where's that? We can take that pain out of your ass. What was that? That was a
Excuse me?
Patches quote. Can we scroll
Excuse
up?
me, what?
We'll take that pain from your ass.
Probably.
A Patches classic.
Doesn't make
Talking
sense.
to the keypad, let's be honest.
Of course, if you want, we can do lines together and get fucked up.
I liked that. Oh. Whoa.
Bunch of
Bobblehead
fun
weighing in. Guys, I'm so happy.
I don't know if I'm worried. Am I worried that I'm
You
still
seemed
here?
a bit concerned because we're holding you against your will, right? Yay!
Yay!
We're very excited to be back. I know that kind of goes without saying because I feel like every day since the last stream we've been like, "What? Next week? What is after changing the streaming?" Changeling TS. That's how I tweet. I think it goes without saying. However, I do just want to say, I'm so excited. Oh yeah.
And doors.
Also, doors. We got a real recap.
Your face is very pretty. You wouldn't want it to
Why?
melt.
Yes, thank you, GapDaf, for probably getting up and out of bed again, because at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between, the info at rpgclinic.com isn't doing what it's supposed to. So for now, if you want to send us some stuff, go to exaltwitch@gmail.com until we give you further notice.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally, sent in a claim,
Yep.
and they were like, "Oh, you totally can't do this if you have this other thing." Thanks for telling us, folks.
But you didn't
Good to know.
inform us of the current state of events.
So I'm gonna have to get that fixed at some point.
Yeah, RPG Clinic is being a real keypad about it.
So, hashtag that's so viral. One thing I should say is that
That's so
I haven't really had access to a
viral.
PC in the past 2
Oh,
weeks
Sorry.
or something like that, so I've been a little lax on my Twittering. But I have seen all of the that's so viral. I still don't quite process that in my head that I have a hashtag.
Oh yeah.
It's your very own hashtag, too.
Well, it's actually not mine. It's the people's hashtag that they use to.
You truly are the people's ruler, John. The people's.
I'm not ruling
What a
anybody.
keypad. Ugh.
Liz, no, you can't. We can't start
John
saying
really
what a
keypadded all over the place. But he did, because he was the keypad, so I feel like that joke doesn't work.
Ella. You gonna be good today? She's looking like a bit of troublesome.
Yeah, both the floofs are wearing their vests.
I getting a quote overload.
So now, while we have issues with our info at rpgclinic.com, we don't have issues with rpgclinic.com. Special thanks especially to Aria Grace. Kate has also managed to fix up our gallery so that now we can give proper attributions to the images that are uploaded. And thanks to Krister, who I believe is still in the chat, you can see that we have started our Changeling primer page.
Yes.
For people who want to get caught up real fast on what Changeling's about. He
Great
has
place
put
to start.
information on the dreaming up in there, and you'll be able to see that on rpgclinic.com.
Yeah, because we're not doing a ton of, exposition about the universe. It's built into what we're kind of doing, right? But yeah, thanks, Dev.
I get DMs from Krister. I think he's just especially interested in torturing the three of you.
That doesn't
But-
sound good.
Kind of Dark Elven. Kind of. There's already a ship.
Ugh, it's already a couple.
There's like
ships.
3
wonderful.
ships.
But not for lack of trying. Okay. Wait 1 second. Do I have I need a record scratch thing here.
Pausing as we find a record scratch, guys.
No, the kitty vests, they're just like, their little legs stick out. It's just like
All
a
right.
Velcro vest that loops around
Wait
their
just
bellies.
a second. I'm not
That's pretty good.
trying.
Ripley?
Is that the new sale?
All right, can we have the chat back, please?
No,
Uh,
you don't get to see them.
I'm not trying to have sex with any of these people just yet. It may never happen. I mean, hashtag TechPet is still there.
Oh, Ripley.
Well, Ripley's a cat.
Oh, there she is.
That's what she
Hey.
does.
Knocked a thing over, got scared by the sound.
Ran away. Classic.
that's so Ripley.
Aragorn, why do I get the feeling like you'll probably score with one of the PCs before I will?
Oh
Oh.
my. Episode 4. Fatal. Oh shit. Okay, come here.
There are a lot of role-playing games out there, folks, but that might not be the actual theme.
Qua? What could it mean? Tune in. I'll show you.
Aragorn, yes.
I really want to see what kind of PC Aragorn is like, or NPC or whatever that Aragorn is building.
You're my favorite, Puka. Yep.
Perfect.
Why are the
Lies.
cats
Okay, I get
so
it now.
docile?
Well, they're both wearing their shirts, which usually calms them down, and then they get used to being in the shirts, and then they start freaking out and causing trouble. So,
They're in this calming down phase at the moment.
yeah, well, we'll see. I'm worried about Ripley. Ella seems pretty chill.
Ripley, go sit down somewhere, buddy. Can I bring you a martini?
No.
That always calms her
How
down.
about a sangria, Rippers?
I can't joke about it. How's everybody out in Chatland? What's going on? Who's ready for some Changeling TS? Also, just generally saying hi.
Well,
I don't think I have
I mean, I'm not ready
news. Oh.
for Changeling TS.
Oh. Well, that's not good, John. What do we do?
Right? Like, that seems to be a problem. Like, if I'm not ready for Changeling TS, then what could we do? But you know that I'm never ready for Changeling TS until I've heard a recap.
Yep.
Hashtag recapped hype.
First off, let's say hi to both she who knows 10,000 things and echoes through song. Captain Daphne
Give me some
Erwin,
space
thanks
here.
so much for being here. We've also got Krister in. And Ian from the Onyx Path, fresh from his Gen Con appearance.
Fresh as a daisy.
I bet. I bet.
It's much further up after all the salutes, but I don't know who it was now, but someone just all caps shouted, "Someone get a baritone Aussie on the line!"
If you've been interested in seeing what characters look like, you also have Laurent to thank for that. It is on the wiki, except of course for Keypad.
It just thanks to Captain Daff.
Yes.
Very nice rendering.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sexy, sexy keypad.
Aria
Oh, my
Grace
hair is
managing
right
to
up
keep
against
our
there
wiki
and
going
flipped around.
during the show itself.
Thanks, Erwin.
Some get an Aussie baritone on the line. But you know, I like recaps. You like recaps.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had a Changeling recapped yet. We've also haven't had an episode 2 recapped yet. Or an episode 1 recapped, I should say.
Right.
So I suppose maybe we should have a look.
I don't know what that first sentence is going to be. I'm so used to
Oh,
last
100
time on
daft
Exalt
points.
Switch. Whoa.
What is the cash value of a daft point?
I mean, if it's like in Australian dollars, it must be pretty good.
Right? The genophage. Oh
I like
my.
That makes it
Kneecaps.
sound really horrifying too. I like kneecaps. Red caps. Oh, recaps.
No, right.
Alright, so let's have a listen.
99 daft.
Because we should have a listen
Yes, sorry.
to today's recap.
Yeah.
Last time on Changeling, we meet Patches, Sophia and Braum as each try to go about their day before attending court. They're offered Last time on Changeling, we meet Patches, Sophia and Braum as each try to go about their day before attending court. They're offered tea and coke before seeing Duke Granville, who declares them custodians of a nearby freehold, the Spark, until its owner, Zistor Flex, returns from whatever it is he's doing. Inside the Spark is the exhaust and barkeep Claude. Zistor left Claude a box for Patches, a collapsible rifle he needs fixed. Patches heads to the underground workshop but has trouble getting Keypad to open the door. Sophia and Braum meet Kyoko, a Puka computer whiz, before running down to save Patches. The workshop door is opened into a dungeon! After the threat of deadly neurotoxins passes, Lady Sophia talks her way onto the approved visitors list, but Keypad warns her the dragon must be fed. Patches overrides her and gains entry to the workshop. Sophia basks by the balefire until Braum finally agrees to feed the dragon. Keypad reopens the dungeon and our three heroes creep in, finding milk in a nearby cell. The floor lights up, directing them to a dank pen with a baby silver dragon. Patches scans a laptop while Sophia mind melds with the beast and Braum examines its injuries. Together they discover her name is Little One, and Zistor has left to find her mother, telling no one. When will we meet Tallis? Does Claude even need an office? And what does Kyoko think of the upcoming diva changes? Find out on Changeling. Now.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, I'm so glad those are still going.
Mm-hmm. Oh. World Eater. Oh no.
Her true name is Little One, Eater of Worlds.
Oh shit.
Ben, that was Captain Daff. Capt Daff. With his recapped.
Did you see what we did there?
Well, see what he did there? Who came up with the name Recapped?
I think it was him.
Was it Aragorn? I wonder if it was Aragorn.
I'm going to go with
Captain.
the mod duo extraordinaire.
Aragorn's abilities to combine words together are truly unparalleled.
You might even call it portmanteauing.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
it
you
was
could
Aragorn.
keypad.
That was pretty keypad of you. Honestly.
I've been playing Doomfist.
Oh my god.
Slightly better than Wombfist.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very different, Jonathan. Also, Get Out.
Alright, we're at 18 minutes. Womb fist has dropped.
Portmantoaster. Boo! Also, yay! Loving it. Braum. Ugh.
But did
Interesting.
hashtag Jory ever happen?
Look, the three of them would have been alive for another, 600-700 years?
Possibly.
Wouldn't all of the ships happen over that time? You know, you gotta try things out, keep things fresh, right?
Yep.
It's weird. I don't know why I said it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Valray.
Valray. Oh yeah, I'd want.
So, while we're here,
Something just licked my leg.
Ah!
It's fine.
Oh, it's a cat. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. I thought it was the corpse.
Stay down there, corpse.
Stay down.
Scooter. Beep beep. Not great.
Wait, now!
Yeah, that actually sounds about right. That sounds,
every time I type August 18th, I always think, okay, 1983, because
Yep.
Right.
that's my birthday. But
So
I
do you
realize
born?
that, no, it just happens to be that we are still in game time, August 18th, 2017. I'm ready for Lady Sophia in the traffic
Oh
cop.
boy.
You imagine, I love that you know that one. And you're like, oh, grab that one. That'll be good.
No, Jorik.
I like to imagine we're going to meet real-world crossovers of Val, Ray, and Jorik in this world.
Mm-hmm.
But, not played by us, so we can just see them for the, D-bags that they are.
Oh, we know they're D-backs.
Well, that's why I said the ones that we know that they are.
Alright, perfect.
Oh, there's always a little man down there.
I know. Is this going to be what today is, guys? I think this is going to be... Quick, someone warn them about the real world. What do you mean, Kung Fu?
Oh, no.
You.
Kate's like, I'm going to start. Fuck this.
Fuck you guys.
Just as a reminder that we are currently here
Ooh.
in the city of Westmount, kind of directly inside Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Julian had an excellent little piece of trivia about this particular street view.
Oh,
You did. You
yeah.
want to fill us
Do you
in?
mind if I share it?
Sure.
So somewhere in this street view, guys, is anybody who has ever mailed LARPs or Beanduck something has actually, in fact, mailed to something in this street view. You're looking at LARP's HQ, kind of, sort of.
Not one of those big buildings, though.
So that's fun. Yeah.
Yay.
Trivia.
Did either of you-
Nice.
Did any of you spend any experience?
Nope.
I got rid of one of my flaws. After chatting with John, we decided that we did not like it. Neither of us. So
No.
Rip flop.
I gave up my XP and he
Okay.
let me take it away.
That was my next question. I was like, did you get sweet, bonus points?
Normally you got to buy off your flaws. In this particular case, because again, you can change your character sheet. It was just still in the trial period. I just let it happen.
That's legit.
Yeah, Beanduck HQ is underground.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the sushi restaurant, is it? Sushi.
Oh, I wish it was.
Oh yeah, I didn't update my character sheet because I never do. So yep, it's still on the sheet.
Fucking
Because
right.
I'm
We might
actually
actually
the
start
worst
trying to
human
work out
being.
a template so that we can just directly edit inside the wiki.
That would be so nice.
Be really
That-
cool.
Kate's
Can
eyes
be
widen.
done.
She's like, no.
No, I was
No.
like, oh, okay, I can do that.
No.
Ooh, Arya's gonna check it out.
After the stream. Thumbs up.
When I've played Changeling in the past, one of the things that I know is the most dangerous is a reliance on your knowledge from other sources. Because Changeling is built on mythologies and on folklore and folk tales and nursery rhymes from all over the world, they can get jumbled up. They can have different meanings. Which means that if I present to you a creature, it isn't necessarily a creature that you're going to be familiar with. For instance, trolls in Changeling are not green. They do not typically live under bridges, although for all we know, Braum has at one point in his life. They don't regenerate, as in some places. It's a different creature altogether. And now we have 3 players who have been given a small dragon. What they may not know is that this is a tradition of mine. Every Changeling game I have run for any length of time has always started with a very small dragon. But that dragon and its role changes from each game. And its attitude and its temperament changes from each game. Am I referring to dragons from such wonderful films as Dragon Heart?
Oh, yeah.
Or that other one where dragons attacked New York and people had to kill it. I forget what one that was called. Like, it was recent.
Dragons Over New York? I don't know.
Something like that. Are they the dragons that you are familiar with from The Hobbit? Or are they the dragons that you are familiar with from A Song of Ice and Fire?
I love that band.
Or Dragon Force. Reign of Fire, that's it. It was London. Well, whatever. Aragon.
Yes.
Godzilla.
Kind of a dragon.
In one of the games that I presented a small dragon to, there were deaths following soon thereafter. In another, there were deaths of a different kind. I'm not sure if death is supposed to follow along with this particular dragon just yet. May have something to do with what they choose to do. But for now, there may be dragons, but all of these characters have their own hopes, their wants, their dreams. And there were diva changes just recently. Instead of accelerating to present day, we're going to put you right back to where you once were. It's still August 18th. You are still in a room with a dragon so young that its scales haven't formed yet, with sensors on its underbelly, a computer attached to them, strange Word and Excel documents, and a turkey baster that's half full of milk at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we can't spend too much time away from here over the next little while if we've got to keep this little one alive.
We could all take it in turns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of the denizens here at the Spark.
All of them seem terribly keen in helping out beyond what they were already assigned with.
I think it's very important that we all contribute to the safety and well-being of the Spark. And this little guy is now part of that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name, little fella?
Female.
And kind of scritch it under its neck. Does it tell me its name? In English? No.
She said that she's always been called Little One.
I see the resemblance.
So as it shifts, you notice that its underbelly, close to where the sensors are, its skin cracks in a few places, weeping just a little bit in those areas. This is quite obviously painful. The dragon whines and complains slightly as this happens.
Is there anything either in here or back in the other cell resembling, I don't know, something paste-like or greasy?
Some kind of salve.
I mean, there's a workshop.
That's
It's
true.
probably got a ton of grease in there,
Yeah.
but
Maybe not.
So the sensors that are on it, though, we've established that it's to monitor its health, right? Like it's not
That's
not
what it's-
hurting it.
that's what it
other than
seems to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pop one off and see what'll happen, but
No, you know what? I don't think we're going to do that.
No, but maybe we can find something to put.
as
On
near as
it as
Patches
a
can
kind
tell,
of
the computer is
salve or-
receiving data from these sensors.
Well, maybe there's some kind of lotion that we could
Yes.
give her, something to ease. I mean, she's clearly very uncomfortable. I don't.
I'm not sure where she would have come from.
She's not sure either. She doesn't know where her mother is.
We should try asking at some point whether she was rescued or taken away. Although maybe she wouldn't know the difference.
She said she's in less pain gradually every day. The pain is getting less and less. I think wherever she was before was the worst place. But maybe we can find something for her.
Yes. Sophia, do you think you can?
Well, I have an aloe plant upstairs. I could bring down some aloe leaves.
Oh, in the garden?
I don't know if it's
Or in your home?
in my home.
Oh. That
I
would
grow just the
maybe
odd
work.
plant here or there. But I don't know if aloe would work for dragons.
Can we check if aloe would work for dragons? Do we how do what do I know about the skincare of a dragon?
I think you've already kind of rolled to check about the dragon's current health
Conditions.
situations. The thing is that this dragon is currently showing skin, not scale.
Right. Oh, okay. So I would think it would work before they grows its scales. Yes, that seems like a good idea. Patches, is there any further information here?
I'll go and get it.
Bye.
Okay, who dis?
Do we have any further information about where Zistor has gone?
Nope. He's gone to find the dragon's mother. And we aren't supposed to tell anyone about the dragon, so that might be another reason not to tell the other inhabitants.
I see. I'm not one for keeping things from people, but if it was his wish.
I mean, he knows these people better than we do, and he may not, they may not be so good at keeping secrets as he thinks we are. So it may be in the dragon's best safety interest to not tell them.
Well, I'm happy to work out a schedule for the three of us to take this in shifts.
Sure, I work in buildings, so I'll
As
be
do I.
around often enough. And she lives here, so...
That's exactly.
Dragon starts trying to get out of its nest, dragging itself a little bit on its paws. Some of the sensors rumble a bit, and you can see that it's like the readings get a little bit wonky when it's sort of squishing the sensors in weird ways. Not that it'll
Yeah.
throw off the data too
Yeah.
much, but like
I just go, oh, and just like pick it up. Maybe try to like
it's
scratch it,
surprisingly
like-
light. I mean, for you, it's
Well, yeah. but-
everything is light, but it's surprisingly light in your hands. It would be like the equivalent of lifting like a Labrador retriever.
Yeah, cute. Just set it down back in the nest. Okay, little one. Until we find a better name for you, you can't go anywhere.
I should point out also its skin is squishy a little bit.
Scooshy.
It's a bit squishy.
It's cute.
Doesn't have those like rock hard scales.
Scales.
And is that because it hasn't grown them yet, or because
Seemingly it
was
hasn't
hurt?
grown them yet.
Yeah. Okay.
It's still... It tries to lift itself up again. It's trying to push towards Patches.
I'll walk over towards it so it doesn't unplug itself from the sensors.
Oh shit! I'll like help it scooch it along the bottom to.
Are you like leaning close? Or okay, so it lifts up and it pokes you in the swirl.
That's cute.
Next to your eye with its snout. It would feel a little bit like it's just this much pressure, just that.
I'm a knocker. We like swirls. You don't have any swirls, though. Would you like to have swirls? I'll draw some on you.
I don't think we should be drawing on the...
You know, like face paint for kids or something.
I understand. That is acceptable.
Pokes you again in the swirl, and then it puts its head down, and you see its nose flaps close just a bit, and it seems to relax.
Mm. I guess she likes you.
Oh, well, I mean, Zistor as well, right? Maybe I'm familiar in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
The swirls.
Smell like grease. And
Oh god.
I get
And
that.
then gently pet.
so you're going up where?
I was just going up to my room.
So you're leaving the freehold and going up to the penthouse?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
No, for sure.
So you get into the elevator and you head up to the penthouse, and there it is, spread out in front of you, just as it was before. And you cut an aloe leaf.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut a couple of aloe leaves.
So have you ever actually like cut an
Yeah.
aloe leaf? So it straight up squirts at aloe. Like it's weird. Like,
It's
as
super
if it's
cool.
like as if aloe's a real plant that you get to use. So when you come back in and you get through, pass through the elevator, Claude, who is asleep formerly, sort of raises his head and peers at you. What is this? It's... Plans that is stupid. Just molds each other back.
And I just keep going. Okay, Cloud, okay.
When you head back down, so the dragon has at this point just fallen asleep. When you come, whoa! Hi, Ripley. And is there waiting for you, ready?
Okay, try just a little bit and see how she responds.
I'm gonna try to gently roll her over onto her side.
I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of aloe just onto my hand and lightly tap it around where the sensors enter the skin. Or
So-
skin, like where the irritation is.
You hear some... And the dragon's eyes open up as you start massaging into its wounds, but it quickly sort of calms down. And then instead of lying down on top of them, it rolls onto its side, exposing its underbelly somewhat.
Are there more wounds on the underbelly?
That's where most of the wounds are.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a few more. Shh, little one. It's okay. I'm gonna leave some not
Might just
with the lotion just so we can see how it reacts to it.
So it just stays kind of calm as you touch it, and then eventually it closes its eyes, going back to sleep.
I'll hum it a little lullaby like I did before.
Would you say you're good at that?
I would say I'm
Would you say you're good at
I'd
that?
say I'm excellent at that.
Oh yeah.
I'd say I hum a mean lullaby.
yeah.
I'm a mean lullaby. It's great. It's cute.
When the dragon falls asleep,
Mm-hmm.
you see a little timer pop up on the screen, and it starts running.
It starts from 0 and is
Yeah,
counting upwards,
sorry,
so it's
a
timing the
stopwatch,
sleep.
not a timer. It's
Sorry, no, it's counting the sleep.
3
and-
minutes. What?
da, 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 nuclear dragon.
Yep.
Not a totes situation again.
So I'll be whispering around the dragon, try not to awaken it, as we, like, set it back down, I guess, in the nest, unless you want to keep holding it, I guess. We can't go to get Zistor.
No.
That would mean abandoning the freeholds.
And the dragon.
And this little one. She needs a better name.
Well, it's not up to us to name her.
Little
I
one
think
will
she
do.
could have a nickname for now. But until that time, we need to figure out what it is doing here and whether she might be in danger. If she is going to bring people to the freehold that mean it harm, we need to know why so we can head them off before they get here. Perhaps Claude or someone here at the freehold has more information about it.
Well, we have to be careful because we don't actually know who knows about her existence anyway.
Yes, we right. We can't tell anyone.
Although, I mean, Claude seemed to know something.
As did Kyoko.
I'd assume Kyoko would know. She has access to the security feeds. Oh, that's how we saw that you were about to go into a dungeon with a dragon in it.
I'd like to take a look at these security feeds.
You'll have to get past Kyoko.
Or just befriend her. I mean, I'm sure she has to sleep at some point.
Oh. All right, well, I suppose we should close this up and head back upstairs.
Yep.
Right. Come back in a few hours and check on her?
We'll check. The keypad seems to know when it needs to be fed.
Right, the keypad.
And then, what else needs doing today? Make sure everything's in order. Oh, is Tallis here? We should make sure that everyone who is a resident of the freehold, exactly make sure that they know about the situation.
Mm-hmm. And I have to see Kyoko again. I think she needs about another hour getting the information I require, and
what are we going to do with the spark? Or I should say, what are you going to do with the spark? I don't have any ideas. I'm just here to make sure people come in.
I think it could stand to be a bit more of a hub. I don't see why it's been so... It's been quite an isolated freehold up until this point, and I think that's because Zistor has not been the most social of gentlemen.
But the more popular it is, the more people will know about it, the more likely it is to become a target. So we have to be cautious about who we invite in.
Good can come of it too.
Yes.
The Spark is somewhat renowned already on its own. It is known as the home of Zistor Flex, and it does run a business. So it's not that people don't know about its existence.
It's not that they don't know about it. It's that I feel they've never felt welcome. They come here for business, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
People should come here to socialize, or to play music, or to dance, or to drink, or...
I'm good at one of those.
It's dancing, isn't it, Braum? I knew it.
Braum doesn't answer.
But I think there are a few holidays coming up, and maybe we could host something.
Did I see an office with our names on it upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
We have an office?
Apparently. You were so quick to run down here. We missed you on that tour.
Well, why don't we all go and see Tallis?
A famous workshop. You think I would dawdle my way into it?
No?
Correct. Let's go check the office. Or
we'll go see Tallis.
See Tallis.
And then we'll look at our office.
Great.
I get up, start to leave
where's
the dungeon.
Yeah. I'd like to make sure that the dungeon locks and all of that.
So the keypad is waiting.
Lock dungeon.
The door swings closed, and then once again you see the rumbling as the blast doors close over front of it. Dungeon area secure. Will you require anything else?
Not at the moment.
Shall I remove the names Sophia
No.
and...
Keep them on record. Until instructed otherwise. By us.
You are to remain on the guest list.
We should be higher than that. We are the people minding the space. We are in charge.
Oh. Recalibrating.
Ooh.
Persons in charge. Sophia, Braum, Packers.
Patches.
Sophia, Braum, Packers, Patches.
Remove Packers.
But she's in charge.
People in charge. Sophia, Braum, Patches.
And?
That is all.
Oh. Okay.
May have jiggled a wire loose.
Why would you? Why?
I look forward to serving you again, Packers.
Why does she
I'm just
think
gonna
her
walk
name is?
away. I have no idea. I think that the keypad, if it has some form of personality, might be frustrated with me because I turned it into a regular old lock and picked the lock
Oh,
because it was refusing to give me entry.
It's a little rude, Patch.
I would also be quite angry if you turned me into a lock and picked me.
Well, then I won't do that
Thank you.
unless
was
absolutely
special.
necessary.
What do you mean necessary?
It was special to be accessed in such a way.
I just lean down next to it and then say really loudly, "Patches!" Into the keypad. I don't know how close I have to be, so I just get right here.
Of course. Sophia, Braum, Patches.
Oh.
They're in charge.
I look. I don't know where the eye is, so I'm just looking around. Thank you.
Anyway,
Shall we?
Goodbye, Packers.
Come on.
Come on. Sorry.
To the elevator.
So, the elevator squeaks out, "We're going to Ibiza," as it heads up towards the top.
What?
When you exit out into the exhaust again, Claude has since slumped off the bar and is now lying down on his riser behind it, curled up around a bottle of Jack Daniels. It's not open.
That's good. Does anyone know where Tallis might be?
In his office, I imagine.
Oh, it was dark earlier, but yes.
So
we should check.
exits
Yeah.
of the exhaust, you can head over to where the offices are.
north,
You can Dennis.
south, Dennis.
Dennis.
You can also head towards where the quarters are. You can also head towards the garden. And you know where the door is that leads down. Or you could go into the kitchen.
Quarters, garden, kitchen,
Thanks for taking notes.
offices, elevator. All right, well, I'm going to check the offices.
Let's go.
Going through the offices, once again, you'll see that there's Kyoko's office, there's an office for Claude, there's an office for Tallis, and there's an office for the three of you, which is still flashing empty underneath. The only office that is currently showing light is Kyoko's.
I'm going to go over and knock on the door of Tallis' office anyway.
And I'm just gonna head into ours just to see if it needs anything.
So when you put your hand on the doorknob,
Oh,
it blinks and then just says access and lets you in.
let's do it.
There is no answer at Tallis's office, although the window's rattling a little bit when you knock on the door. Inside your office, it is completely empty. A wooden floor that stretches out. It's a relatively well-appointed, not well-appointed, but well-spaced out. The three of you could fit in here comfortably with 3 desks.
Would it be big enough to have, just to get a sense of the size of the room, would it be big enough to have like, a space for, I want to say exercising, but you know what I mean, right? Like for fencing or for swinging a sword around.
No.
Okay, not that big.
You can
it's
do that
not
in the
that.
garden. If you want to swing a sword around.
I respect plant life too much for that.
Oh, thank you.
Why are you thinking?
Aragorn, don't call
my
him
people.
Crap Krister. I mean, I know it's alliterative, but jeez.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're going to need some furniture.
Oh, goody.
I-
I'll start a Pinterest page.
Great.
Ugh.
Where are you guys?
I'm in the hall with them.
Ugh.
But before you spend $3,000 for something that's just made out of like raw wood, just show me the picture and I can make it for way less.
Done. You did such a great job on my penthouse.
Yeah, pink generally isn't in my aesthetic, so I'm glad that you didn't make me choose the swatches.
Me too.
Is it all to your liking, Sophia? Your penthouse. I've never been up there. I just wanted to make sure that there's nothing out of place that we could maybe try to fix.
It suits me fine. There's always things that you can improve, but no, it's I'm very happy there.
I meant that, it's. I mean, no offense.
I said
Patches,
it's
but-
fine. Braum.
I get it. You
That
think
wasn't
that
me.
she should totally have a sex wing. I understand. I will get right on that.
I do
you
not
just
want that.
choose
I do
which
not
model.
ask for that.
What do you mean model?
The door opens up for Kyoko's office and you see her poke her head out. Did someone mention a sex swing?
In jest.
Oh,
But I know enough about rigging if you need one installed.
Just gonna write
I
sex
wouldn't know what to do with a sex swing.
Oh,
Was it for you, Braum?
No, I have no need for anything like that. Kyoko, what do you do on that 4-monitor setup?
You would be surprised how someone like me can make money using 4 screens and a keyboard.
so
I don't think I would be surprised. It's a very mysterious world.
I can tell you definitively that it doesn't involve sex swings.
The wheel. I'm just gonna let the wheels turn on that one.
Peek at what's on the screens?
Currently there's... okay, so now there's a copy of Dead Cells on one screen. On another screen is Dungeon Keeper 2.
Nice.
On a third screen is a version of Diablo 2, only it seems to have the colors inverted. And on the fourth screen is a web browser, currently open to a page for the Montreal Police Department.
Alright.
Trouble with the police.
It involves sex swings.
They're not illegal.
Not if you're doing it correctly.
Kyoko's doing me a favor.
That also involves sex swings.
She's looking up some information.
Am I
for me.
making you uncomfortable?
No, we need to find Tallis and...
He's in the gardens. At least he was the last time I checked.
Can I roll perception kenning to...
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry,
you
because
can.
I am House
You are
Gwydion.
a Gwydion.
This is obviously a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it
Not
anyway.
necessarily. She's not of House Islandin.
What's the deal with Squidian being able to roll?
I can...
Their House boon is they can determine if someone's telling the truth.
Oh, fabulous.
I mean, it's a puka, so it's just kind of a silly...
Oh.
I'm sorry, what was the difficulty?
For her, I think it's difficulty... Is
I didn't
it
write
marked
it.
in your boon?
I didn't write it down.
Let's just check that.
He rolled pretty well, so
You did
I
roll pretty
imagine...
well.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I look
But
good.
We're just gonna go here with the...
Beep, bop, boop,
You
boop.
heard it here first. Braum looks good.
Oh, versus the liar's manipulation subterfuge.
Oh,
Okay, so your
dear.
difficulty is 8.
Wow. Oh, I mean, I still...
You
Okay.
still succeeded.
I did.
Seemingly
Nice.
she was telling the truth.
Oh, that's nice. It's a puka, bro. Thank you, Kyoko. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal. We just need to make sure we speak to everyone today.
I understand. You don't need to speak to me any longer.
But we'll be back. Sophia needs to speak to you again.
I await with bated breath.
Seriously, make sure you get a professional to install those things. You do not want to fall down.
I'm seriously not interested
Okay,
in
well,
having
if you want a
sex swing
hammock,
in my-
same
Are you
thing.
a professional at sex swings?
No, I'm a professional at building
Can
in
I roll perception, Kennington?
things so that they don't break and
Sorry.
injure people.
It would be an awful, awful thing if a sex swing were to break due to vigorous use.
Indeed. Anyway, gardens.
We're leaving. Unless you need to stay.
Do you
so-
wonder if it would be the bolts that would wear out first?
If you use the wrong bolts, if you use the wrong insert proper technological thing, the quick links, wrong quick links.
Quick links.
Carabiners, no, not quite, but if you
Clickies.
didn't install it into proper beams, there are all kinds of points of failure.
Why are
And
we
of course, if
talking
you
about
get the
sex
pink
swings
fuzzy
anyway?
version, it will break instantaneously. Don't get the pink fuzzy version. Don't get the pink fuzzy version.
I don't believe there are any sex swings in the freehold. Do we need them? You are the freeholders after all. I'll order
Depends
7.
what kind of.
No,
No.
I don't think that's
I'm
necessary.
reasonably certain that we would need 5 of them to support Braum. 1 for each of his limbs.
Yeah, we don't need any, so thanks. We'll be in the garden if anyone else comes looking for us.
I understand.
How do I react to that? I don't know. Let's look at the sheet.
I'm walking towards the gardens.
I'm already out of there. Oh, I have
Probably
to,
left
I have
10
to
minutes
revenge
ago,
my
let's be
honor, so
honest.
obviously I gotta fight her now.
Yeah.
Ugh. What's happening? Great question.
And she pulls her head back in and then just closes the door quietly behind her.
I'm sorry, that's making me very uncomfortable.
Sorry, I was trying to make a joke, and it seems to have been run with.
I just find that almost to a 1, the puka are... They can be
Indirect.
very... More than that. Tricksters, and not in a good way. Agents of chaos. I've met some Sealy puka.
Chaos can be fun.
I think you just need to...
Are you still in the hallway, by the way?
Walking.
We're walking away, but yeah, actually, I'm not keeping my voice down. You're right.
Alright.
Braum, I think you just need to keep in mind that they approach socializing in a very different way than you do, especially. And you just need to be aware of this when you enter into their conversation. Just try to be a little more patient.
I believe patience is a virtue, but I don't think that amongst friends and allies and those who share a common cause that there should be any need for misdirection.
Well, that's just how they are. You're asking them to change
Wheels
an
turning.
integral part of themselves.
That would
No.
be like asking you to be 5 feet tall, and thinking that you're kind or
As you're passing,
problematic for being tall.
as you're passing through the exhaust, you hear Kyoko's door open again and close again.
I'm gonna just like glance
Yeah.
backwards
She
if
heads
she's there.
in. It's Friday. As if that's some kind of answer. And she comes around behind the bar and she lifts up Claude. And you can see that it's not easy for her, but she does manage to lift him. And then she starts poking her way back around the bar.
I'll go over and like help. Did she just prop him up, or can I?
No,
help?
she's holding him.
Oh,
she's carrying him.
I'll help.
Do you not think I can carry him?
No, I was just offering my assistance.
With your hands and not your mouth.
Right.
I have him.
Patience. Okay.
If you go to try to get a drink, he'll wake up immediately and come out here and thrash you.
Is that what we want?
He'll just need an hour or so to sleep it off.
I see. Well, let us know if we can help in any way.
I'm sure you could. You're very strong. But being able to help isn't the same as needing to help, is it?
No.
Do you think you could lift us both? Hi.
Would you like to find out?
It's a tempting offer. And then she heads off.
Yeah. I can't believe our steward can't even keep himself on the straight and narrow.
I said it was Friday.
She did say it was Friday.
So maybe don't throw a party on Friday.
Noted.
Or throw one early on a Friday at least.
Not sure we want our bartender to peter out before the party does.
I'll make sure he has plenty of notice.
Or are you planning a party?
I will be.
Oh. Right, to make sure that this is a fun, what did you say?
Improve our
welcoming place.
Just wouldn't mind if it was
PR.
more of a social hub.
Yep.
When you open up the door to get out into the garden, you see that this should be the door out onto a balcony. Only it's not. When you step outside, you can see that there's a very large pool.
Ooh.
And if you stare into the pool for long enough, you can see directly through it and down onto the streets below. This would be St. Catherine, actually, if you or de Maisonneuve, depending on which direction you're looking in. But you have to stare for long enough, otherwise it's just a simple pool. Down at the bottom you can see that there's a few like aquatic plant life, and there's even a small treasure chest that bubbles every once in a while,
Oh, funny.
opening up, and a couple of fish. There are various trees stood out, and instead of lights, they're just glowing orbs that are hanging, seemingly affixed by very fine lines to the trees to keep it so that the garden is well lit. Although it's still relatively light outside, so they're not entirely necessary, but they are on. Leaning against, or sitting and leaning against one of the trees is hey, you really don't want to chew through that. It will not be pleasant for you. Is a man dressed in just a swath of like blanket, like red cloth around him, goat legs poking out from underneath. You can see that one of his arms, however, is mechanical. It would seem that he's either was never born with or lost an arm at some point and has had a mechanical arm replaced for him. He's sipping on a glass of wine, which he has a small little stump that's growing out of the bottom here. It's the only stump in the entire garden that you can see, but it's perfect and sanded down so that he has a place to put his drink. And there's a bunch of grapes on a plate next to it too, along with some cheese. And when he sees the three of you enter into the garden, he puts one hand down and pushes slightly enough so that he can kip up to his feet. And he trots over.
Tallis.
Tallis?
Most excellent, sir. Glorious lady. And you, of course. Would you prefer that I address you as freeholder, or simply as beautiful?
Go with freeholder.
Very well, freeholder. And to what do I owe the absolute pleasure of seeing the three of you here today for only me?
Well, it sounds like you already know our business here. Sophia, Patches, and myself are the current freeholders
Right
here. Are the current freeholders here at the Spark. Until further notice, it might be some time.
I have to confess, I will miss Zistor as long as his absence takes him away from us. But to be blessed with not one, but three, who could potentially stand in his considerable shoes and bring stability and peace to this place, I have to say, I'm a very lucky man today.
Do you find that the Spark is lacking in peace and stability?
Yes, of course it is.
I look around like, what's wrong with it?
Where's everyone else?
Exactly.
You can't have peace if you have no one to make peace with. But I do not need to tell you this, a man of action and battle. Freeholder, as I understand it, the workshop has been off limits for quite some time. I imagine that you will soon find your way into there. I imagine it would be the equivalent of snapping at a cat.
Nope.
Just gonna get the spray bottle so we can better control her.
Should be back in a second.
She's the worst because you guys don't even see. We'll look across at our tech setup and all of a sudden you just see wires
Cables
starting
are
to
moving, like especially for our webcam.
I wouldn't dream of trying to keep you from such a place. Never. I imagine that it would be the equivalent to keeping cheese from a mouse. Or cheese from...
I don't know if they can pick that up, actually. Please,
We'll just let them
NBD.
go. Or cheese from a mouse puka.
Yes, is there a particular reason why you're bringing up the workshop?
Well, yes. It's so empty.
It seems to have quite an array of tools and...
What is a tool but a conduit to the amazing? And you, of course, know how to bring the amazing from these tools, but surely others can. And yet, these tools sit unloved, quiet, alone.
I would at the very least like to start by making sure everything is in proper functioning order. We wouldn't want to bring someone in and have a chisel snap and fly off and hurt them.
But that would never happen under your careful, watchful eye.
Which is
would it?
why I need to give all of the equipment a thorough looking over, which will probably take me a week or so. I want to be thorough.
I want to be one of those tools. I would gladly be a conveyor belt or
enjoy-
a wrench to be given a good looking over.
You would not make very good either of those, but are you interested in creating things in the workshop?
I'm afraid I'm only good at getting people into the workshop. I'm not very good at actually using any of the tools.
Is there anything you're in need of that I can make for you?
What I'm in need of, freeholder, you don't need to make.
Alright, well then, I guess I'm of no use to you.
I wouldn't say that, freeholder.
Oh, looking over.
Have you met the dragon yet?
So you know about it.
Oh, it's a great danger.
Tallis, what do you know about the little one?
I wouldn't dare speak ill of Zistor Flex in front of the freeholder.
I think we all know he had some flaws. You can speak your mind here.
Shall we sit down?
So does everybody here know about the dragon? And I'm gonna take a seat. on the ground. Yes.
Well, there might
Actually,
be chairs.
Oh my goodness, no. No. This can't do. The ground isn't worthy enough for such an extremely lovely bottom. And he taps the tree twice and then just lifts the top part as if it was nothing. And you can hear a slight whir as a fan is helping to push up the tree, and he moves it over and sets it down, revealing another stump. And with tiny little holes perforated in the bottom, which then stop as soon as the tree gets set down. And he gestures.
thank you, Tallis.
I want to look at this tree and see how it works.
While I'm sitting on it, you're not.
The tree that it came out of.
Sure.
Crafts.
That'll be perception crafts.
And I have crafts mechanisms or machinery.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That would totally.
Does that reduce this difficulty?
No,
or?
if you get a 0, it counts twice.
Okay.
Sexy.
How many dice? Damn.
It's
a
like my
big pool.
specialty.
This isn't exalted.
Oh, but I get no successes because.
Difficulty's 5.
Oh, I get 1 success.
Okay.
I get 2 because that was at 0, and I
you
got a
got
5.
That didn't get canceled out.
Yeah.
So 2 successes. So you can see that it seems like this tree is able to shear off its lower layer and then use fans to keep it aloft until it's set down. Its branches have perfectly aligned itself so that it doesn't topple. Although you can see that it would be easy if you cut one of the branches to kill that balance. But it seems designed to just create stools, like punching them out from the tree itself.
That's really cool.
Tallis, is this your garden? I mean, I know it belongs to the Spark, of course,
No.
but
Belongs to you now.
you seem very at home here.
I love it here.
Hmm.
I float.
In the pool?
It gives me a feeling of weightlessness, something that I've missed. The dragon.
Do all of you know about her?
If you mean by all of us, Claude, myself, Kyoko, and Incisor, yes, we know. We were instructed not to tell anyone, but it's pretty hard to keep a freehold's secrets from a freeholder, or from such elegant, gallant knights as yourselves.
Patches here stumbled upon her by accident.
It's no accident. The dreaming works in mysterious ways. Or it was an accident.
Could be.
No, I'm pretty sure the keypad decided to send me to the dungeon instead of the workshop.
Oh, the keypad? That fucking thing never works.
Oh, good. It's not
My
me.
lady, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I didn't mean to imply that Zistor could ever build something that doesn't work properly.
It's fine. But speaking of Zistor, did he tell you anything about what the dragon situation was before she was here?
The 4 of us know about it. I'm not entirely sure why he decided to leave, but it must have been a month ago. He comes crawling in through the wrath. His clothing is absolutely falling off him, and normally he cuts an impressive figure, but in this case I was more alarmed by the blood. And he is dragging this thing on a sled behind him, a makeshift sledge, and pulls this thing into the dungeon. At first I was the only one who saw it, and he then explained that it was hurt, that he intended to see it better, but that we shouldn't tell anyone. And I said that it was important for us to report this. After all, the Duke or the Duchess must know about such a creature, and he forbade me from doing so.
And that's all you spoke of it.
My lady, would you like some wine?
I'm going to get myself another sangria in a moment.
Hashtag Sophia. Oh boy. Tallis, did anyone else see Zistor come in that night?
No, I was the only one who saw. Kyoko and Claude know. I managed to convince Zistor, at the very least, that we should know. And every once in a while, we go down and we help feed it. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what to do.
Neither are we, but we're going to...
Figure it out in time.
In the meantime, we'll keep her
Keep
safe.
it safe.
As long as no one at the freehold knows any more than what they're saying about the providence of the creature, then we need to maybe get out in the community, see where it came from.
Permission, gallant sir, to speak plainly.
Of course.
Zistor doesn't explain himself terribly well. I'm certain that there must be any number of secrets he takes with him at all times, and even when he does commit one of his acts of charity, he doesn't want anyone to know that it's him, and he doesn't want anyone to know why he did it. I'll tell you a few things, though. That dragon looks like it's been attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't be very old.
Mm-hmm.
No older than a year. It doesn't have its scales yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad.
Very.
I would not normally tell such a story to the three of you. To see tears fall from your face would just cause me agony.
Well, we just have to do our best for her. I was able to communicate with her a bit. But I think that her situation is improving. Little by little, day by day.
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at dragon handling. I don't know much more other than to...
It's new to all of us, too.
We'll figure it out together.
Freeholder? Are you worried?
About?
The dragon. Have I done the wrong thing by concealing it to the rest of the nobility?
No. We don't know why it's here. For all we know, it was rescued from the nobility.
I understand.
I think until we know what's going on, who hurt her, it's best to keep this to ourselves. Zistor saw that as the best course of action, so we have to trust that he had some reason for it.
At
I
least
understand.
believe that he knew a little more than we do about the situation.
Knew enough to save her, knew enough to develop a monitoring system for her.
And truly believed that nobody outside of these walls should know.
Mm-hmm.
Did Claude give you your present?
Yes.
That's something else I can't figure out.
It'll take some examining, along with so many other things that Zistor has created and left here, like that tree, assuming it was Zistor who made that.
I was told that that is the single most valuable item in this freehold.
I'll guard it well.
This is what I was told. Obviously, it isn't the case. The single most valuable thing in this freehold is your life, alongside the lives of your compatriots.
Single most valuable item.
No. I didn't mean to cause offense.
No, I just, it's good to know. I'll guard it a little safer than I might have.
Is one of you in charge more than the others?
Not yet.
I don't think so.
He did name us 3. He didn't establish a hierarchy.
My name is first on the keypad manifest.
We each have different areas of expertise.
These 2 are nobles. I'm a knocker.
Mm-hmm.
Together we make one Zistor, apparently.
I can tell that you're a knocker. A fine specimen of one, of course. And you can see if you turn around that the door exists in the garden, but it's sort of planted like right into the ground. And the walls are indistinct, but you can see that there are people potentially moving around behind it. It's sort of like one-way glass, except it looks like nice nature stuff unless there's something to see. And you see a figure passing through. It's not clear who it is behind, but it's a woman standing about 170 centimeters tall. She has her head in a shawl, and there are just robes flowing over her body. And she's looking around, and she like her body language reads confused.
And is she in our...
She's not in the garden. She's in the exhaust currently.
Okay. But she's in our freehold. We'll go look into that.
We should go and see if this is Incisor or maybe another guest.
That wouldn't be Incisor. You would know. Incisor is short.
Oh, I see.
She's like Kate's height.
Got it.
Who is this Kate?
Well, let me tell you. Look to your left.
What? Tallis, we'll take our leave from you, if that's all right. I look forward to speaking to you more, or we all do, about what you think we might need here at the Spark in the future.
People.
Okay.
I'll be wanting your insight. I want to plan some events here. So maybe we can chat about that sometime.
The opportunity to trade words with you, my lady, is a rare gift indeed. I'll take it. But only with gratuitous thanks.
Before I head in, I don't know how big this garden is, but I want to just do the like walk around the edge.
It's big.
Okay, so
This
maybe
garden-
maybe I won't do the whole thing.
This garden would be like the equivalent size of like Girard Park.
Oh damn. Okay. Nope. We're good. I just want to head to the edge then at
It's
least.
a nice big park.
That's
A
about the
city
size
block.
of a city block.
Yeah. It's a big. Yeah. Google Maps. I'm gonna.
Google Maps, you fucks. We can't do everything around here.
Come
God
on.
damn
Oh my
it.
god.
Did you guys need a break before you talk to?
Maybe good
Someone.
to take a break at some point.
Yeah.
This might be a good opportunity too.
Sure.
Who wants to hook out first?
I would like to.
Bye.
tap out.
Well, no, I'll ask when we get back in game then.
Oh, I'll ask.
Oh, I'll ask before we go.
Whee!
Before we go.
Break, please. I want to hear more about Tallis. Not right now, like, I just
He has
mean I
goat
want to
legs.
hear more from Tallis at some point. The description of satyrs that I've... okay, bye, Ben. Description of satyrs that I've heard is quite particular. And obviously, like, a kith can encompass a whole bunch of things, right? So
Tallis has darker skin, like kind of a...
Oh yeah, we should have asked for description.
Yeah, so Tallis has sort of darker skin, golden tresses though. And when I say tresses, I mean like tresses, like nice
shit's got
curly hair.
well, not
Oh, yeah,
Fabio.
He's like Fabio.
Fabio's got straightish
Yeah,
hair,
but like
it cascades
curly
down
blowback?
to his shoulders. And he lets it just completely free.
disgusting.
His mechanical arm is in no way trying to hide its mechanical status, right? It's not like a sheath of skin over it. It's metallic and very intricate. And when his hands move, it doesn't make any noise.
Awesome.
Just
So
imagine the places that hand has been.
What?
I'm just saying.
What do you?
He's a
what-
satyr. Imagine
Well, that's what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. There's like, I know that like kiths tend to, encompass a whole range within them, right? But like, there's a couple things in particular about each kith because they arise from certain kinds of myths or dreams or whatever. And I don't know. I'm curious about Tallis within the like mythos of satyrs. I'm curious. It's
what's
fun.
his We said we were going to get better about asking this right off the bat, but what is his appearance rating?
Oh, his appearance rating is 3.
Okay.
His is 3, Claude's is 2, Kyoko's is 3.
Cool.
Oh boy. Oh, God, Aragorn, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Punchy sex
Oh,
robot.
not Fisto.
Please assume the position. So horrified.
Hello, Willens X.
Hello.
Willens X? Is that would that be the
Willen-
correct pronunciation?
Checks.
Number 3, right?
Bye. Yeah, no, anyway, I'm just very curious about that. But I think there's some hooks there, but it's also one of those things where, like, I know we're not all, meeting these characters for the first time in the context of the game. Like, we know these people in passing. But you also don't want to be like, hey, Tallis, how you doing? Why'd you lose your arm? Where'd the fake one come from? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to just drop that on a first meeting.
It's interesting. There was
awkward.
there was a character on ER
Oh, shit.
who walked with a cane, and for a long time nobody ever asked. And then one day somebody, like this young brash doctor, of
No
course,
doubt.
just asked like, so why do you walk with a cane? And she's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that because it was on NBC. and
Right, of course.
The word fuck doesn't exist in the real world.
Apparently not.
But I kind of liked the fact that in that particular instance, they never felt the need to explain it.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that that's the case here, but it's just it's neat to see the difference in that it didn't have to be like, oh, well, let's explain this.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you don't have to have a character, like, come out of an elevator for the first time and be like, hi, I'm Dr. McDreamy. I got this cane because of an injury. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be in exposition or whatever.
I'm playing a knocker with prosthetic arms and legs after Dante tried to kill her with a car.
Oh, shit.
Yee.
Yikes. I do think Patches at some point will ask him about the functioning of the arm, because she's interested in all things mechanical. But
It's powered by the blood of children.
That would
Cool.
be wildly
That's-
ineffective.
yeah, that's inefficient. How about I develop a new powering method for it?
This one runs off the blood of adults.
Nice. Much more easily obtained.
Human Quebec just robbed their blood bank. Blood bank heist.
I don't feel good
I
about
realize that now
That's
Human
our first
Quebec doesn't
mission.
have any of my blood anymore.
Yep.
They've run out?
Well, no.
Well,
after,
like, oh, there's a...
after a period of
thing.
time, your blood just isn't good enough.
That makes sense. Oh, the
Like,
souls
gutter
of
blood.
children. Gutter blood.
Gross.
Should we leave the cats locked up? What do you think?
Well, I know they're scratching and stuff, but... Yeah, but... I mean, I think this is better than a crashed stream, if people are not too annoyed. I do like those cats, too. I'm really happy with them hopping up on laps and stuff, but...
Yep.
Yeah, anyway.
Captain Daff understands.
Any arms.
The souls of children.
Beep boop.
There's a question. Oh, our favorite alcohol. Sangria.
Yeah, it's funny because I was joking on Twitter about cosmopolitans, but then in the moment, I'm like, no, sangria just feels
No,
right.
it's a little hot today. I'm thinking sangria.
Sangria is a much more Pinterest drink.
Wow. What a dude.
I know she doesn't have any dots in computers, but do you think it's okay that she knows how to use Pinterest?
Yes, I know. I don't think it's that difficult to use Pinterest.
I bet you somebody like Kyoko set up the pin button on her browser, so it's just super
No,
easy.
no, no, no,
to
no.
Dirt.
Sophia's the kind of person who says yes to everything. It's like, would you like to add a bookmark to your bookmark bar? And your bookmark bar is like half of your screen.
Her desktop has like 80 icons on it.
Oh, I
It's
hate
just a
it.
mess.
Ugh.
What's Patch's favorite alcoholic drink?
Yeah, I feel like I did say like a dirty martini, but
Nice.
I don't remember.
Never too early to start, Captain Daff.
Wait.
Wait, no, I was joking. Don't do it. I think Braum's really an absinthe person when he
Holy
parties.
crap.
You know? I am kidding.
Oh, shit.
No, he's probably no. Scotch whiskey, the boggier the better.
Oh, boggy.
It's disgusting. It's not my kettle of fish, but how many fish in a kettle? You know what, Scott? Doesn't matter.
Are you turned on?
I think so.
Hot.
God damn it. Oh, I walked into it.
Yep, you did.
Captain Duff,
God
yes, usually
damn it.
peaty for Braum, boggy.
Oh, what are their favorite
Bippity bop
drinks?
bop.
What's Kyoko's? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, you'll have to
Bippity
find
bop
out in game.
bop.
I'm gonna ask Claude. That's my plan.
Find out
Once
in
he
game.
wakes up.
I bet that Braum
No shame.
says that he prefers whiskey, but that absinthe is a fun little... God, that's the quote?
Sure is. Not even quote 669.
Liquor.com. Peaty Scotch. Ooh. I mean, not now, but
Are we coming back into this?
Does anyone else need to pee?
I think for the once in my life, I think I'm a... Oh, no.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, well, too late.
Oh, don't need it anymore.
Before we head in, I want to just head to the edge because I want to, like, I know it's
Of glory?
pretty much. Yeah, I was just going to jump. John, can I make a new character real quick? I want it to be the woman in the shawl. Oh, everyone's just like, well, that was unexpected. Huh? No, I'm, I know it's far, but just to... Whoa. Braum is concerned with the defensibility of the platform. I know it's like literally a platform sticking out into the middle of the air, 13 floors up, that most people can't see.
So it seems that
but...
the further you go out, you come upon a thicket of rose bushes
Oh shit.
at the edges. The rose bushes rise up relatively high, and the thorns are poking out, as they do. It would seem that it would be very difficult to breach these, but this may also be the equivalent of essentially a wall.
Right.
That there isn't a place to go back through.
Okay. Well, satisfying. I'm gonna turn back and head in with these guys so we can meet this whoever's here.
Mysterious figure.
Ooh. Thank you again, Tallis. We'll be back.
When you enter into the room, you see more clearly that the figure before you has eyes that are jet black. But if you stare long enough into them, you can see every constellation inside. Her skin is brown. Her fingers are long, and the robes are voluminous around her. And when she looks up, she pulls the shawl off from her head, and straight black hair goes and are still tucked underneath into the rest of them. Hello.
Hello.
I am looking for Zistor Flex.
He's
Would you
not.
be able to point him out to me at this time?
Mr. Flex is actually not here currently. But if you have any business, I'm sure that we could help you. Point you in the right
indeed.
direction.
I do have business with Zistor Flex. And if you would be so kind as to tell me where I could find him, I will indeed be on my way.
Zistor has left for an indeterminate amount of time. We are the new freeholders. If it is business related, I'm sure we can find someone to help with that.
Your politeness is noted. But I should inform you that Zistor Flex is indeed a subject of an investigation and is to be arrested. You will cooperate in handing him over, or I will be forced to do a certain amount of investigating that I'm sure you would find unpleasant.
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through with the investigation because we have no idea where he is. He left us no forwarding address. He has left us in charge of his freehold in his stead.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name is Falah Elahib.
Falah.
I will
Thank
type
you.
it because they're gonna need it. Because I'm bad.
Shit. It's the Popo.
I
Ow.
typo it too.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey, I almost got it. Good job, Liz.
I had an extra.
Sweet.
I only had two. I had 2 L's, but other than that, it was right. Yes. A pleasure.
Indeed.
I
And
am
you
Lady
are
Sophia.
the Lady Sophia. Yes, I was made aware of your newly created position after speaking to your Duke.
So
He
then
told me that I could find you here. And so I am here now to make sure that you hand over Zistor Flex to me so that I can be on my way.
As I said, we cannot do that.
Miss El Aib. Who did you say you were working with?
Will you hand him over?
We
Or do I need to start investigating?
He's not here.
He's truly not here.
Please produce credentials or we'll have to ask you to leave. I also take a martial arts stance? Like,
No, she's.
I was like,
she's just pressing herself in her
Okay.
sternum here. And then she tucks her hands under her robes and pulls out a scroll, which is sealed with the sigil of House Islanded, and hands it to you.
Can I get a pronunciation on that? I remember the
Islanded?
spelling of Islanded. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
But how does it spell?
Eiluned. I'm probably mispronouncing it from something.
Oh, whatever. It's ours now. Thank you. I'm sorry to question.
King Melge has sent me to find Zistor Flex.
I immediately bow my head and unroll the scroll, and I let
Yeah.
these guys read it over my shoulder too.
Yep.
Elined?
Ain't Ellie
Elined. Well, there you go. Elined.
Okay. So we'll read if there's anything on the scroll other than just this person is House Elined. Beep bop boop.
Bull, bull, bull. Can I ask for a perception alertness roll from people?
From people?
Yeah.
I'm
from
people.
The difficulty for this roll will be 7.
Is this attempting to determine something about Fala or about
About
the
Fala.
surroundings? Because I have a specialty of insightful. I don't know what this is.
Insightful, not for this one.
Okay.
Spells, anything on there? No.
Oh, sorry. What was the difference?
7.
That is 2.
I botch.
Oh dear.
Single botch.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
So, as you two hear, there's definite rustlings of papers that you two can hear. As she's reaching in, it's clear that she has more scrolls under these robes.
Okay.
Kate, you hear the distinct sound of the safety of a Sig Sauer turning off.
And she has her hand in her cloak.
Yes, she has both hands under her cloak. She's just produced one. There's that, and then there. So
I'm going to put my hand to my hip.
Ms. Elahib, if there is any other information that you can give us that might help us help you, it would be very appreciated. We would truly like to help you in your investigation.
So for you,
Yeah.
it's a summons for Zistor Flex to appear in the Kingdom of Willows.
Yeah.
Duck, you suckers.
Duck, you suckers. Is there like a crime listed? It's just like yo, you needed.
It's literally just a summons, but it's signed by His Majesty King Melge of the Kingdom of Willows.
Is there any way to determine if this is
veracity?
Yes, if this is a correct
that would
true
be
signature.
a perception larceny.
Ooh, I have a fake dot in larceny. You heard it here first, folks. Fake
That
dot.
said, I'm also reading the thing over his shoulder. If it says the same thing to me.
It does say the same thing to you. Sadly, it is not magic parchment to say what the other person truly wishes.
Damn it.
I'm gonna
Were you rolling for it too?
6.
Yeah.
I want to roll 2.
Difficulty on this one is... When was the last time either of you were in the Kingdom of Willows?
I'm gonna go with possibly never. I used to live in the
Geographically,
Kingdom of
where's the
Apples.
The Kingdom of Willows is like Savannah, Georgia, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
no.
I traveled there when I was 10. I just made that up.
So the difficulty for this is going to be 9.
Great. Then I single botch.
Oh my goodness. 2 successes.
Because
Me
I
too.
rolled before I knew the diff.
You didn't, if you rolled before you knew the diff and you were going to spend willpower, then
No,
that's
I
another
wouldn't
thing.
have, but I may not have rolled with that likelihood of botching, but it's fine. I've rolled it. One botch.
One birch.
Oh god.
Okay, so while Patches is looking over this note, you can hear the whisper of gunmetal leaving a leather holster.
You said you were going to investigate. That doesn't need to involve combat. So that with my hand.
It certainly
resting on my
doesn't.
hip.
Patches.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Let's all keep our hands in sight.
And she makes this kind of shrug like, I have big clothes. What do you want to do about it?
Right? We're just talking.
It is indeed a pleasant conversation, but it will not remain so as long as your friend has a hand on her
Patches.
cube.
Please.
No, on my regular pistol.
That's on your regular.
Yeah.
Has her hand on her gun.
Are
Cube
her
is
hands
visible.
both visible at the moment?
Her hands are so not. Neither of them. Is it that you wish to throw down?
No. I just think that considering you've come here demanding we turn over someone who isn't here.
I have to let them go, Scott. That's scratching.
All right.
Weird.
I think you can.
I do not know about you. My records do not indicate anything about a knocker who is a freeholder here. You are new to me, so I do not know about your utility with a weapon.
No. And I hope not to have to demonstrate.
Ripley. Just went right under the table.
No, she's behind me.
Okay.
You have the spray bottle?
Nope.
Where's it?
Sorry.
I just think that if you're hoping to be diplomatic about this, as you seem to have been thus far, it would be great if you could keep your hands in the open.
Roll me your charisma firearms.
What? What kind of a roll is that?
I assume it doesn't have to do
Love
with
it.
gunsmithing, so
No.
I love it.
what was the diff?
6.
2 successes.
Yay!
Nice.
And she pulls both of her hands out. Shall we hold them? Together, you and me.
I don't think that'd be necessary.
For your protection as well as mine. You still have both of your friends.
Whose hands are also out in the open.
I do not trust you.
Oh,
So, as we've said, Sister Flex has left. If you need to search this place, then you can look for him.
You give me free access to your freehold, so that I may look
With
for him.
us, with you, so we know you weren't. You don't know me, I don't know you. I don't know why you're here. You claim you're looking for him, but for all I know, you're here to harm us. So I'm not going to let you go about without us with you. You could have all kinds of things in those pockets.
I have no weapons.
Well, that's good.
You're free to frisk me, should you choose to do so.
I don't think that would improve our diplomatic situation.
Miss... Hurriedly. Miss El Haib. The Eshiat tells us that you should be free to be here at the Spark, to partake in our hospitality.
Are you aware that Zistor is wanted in at least 4 separate kingdoms in Concordia?
No.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Are you aware that he is wanted for such crimes as murder, grand theft, and impersonation of the nobility?
That does not sound like the Zistor I know, although I don't know much about him.
Are you aware that at least 1 shipment of candied apples has been reconstructed as a result of his direct thieving?
That seems less...
We had to create candied apples and send them out, otherwise the immortals would have found about it.
It sounds less dire than the murder that you mentioned before. Not sure why you didn't put that one first.
Well, I mean...
I don't bury the lead. Braum.
Sorry.
Her hands are still up.
Yeah.
Ms. El Haib, I think what we are all trying to say is that we have no idea where he is. These charges that are laid against him are clearly news to us. And you not choosing to take us at our word is frankly insulting.
I understand. Lady Sophia, I am known to you as an intruder into your location, and you are known to me as a musician of no small talent. I understand this. But perhaps we could ameliorate this relationship if you could merely tell me where you believe Zistor might be.
I truly do not know.
I think he was off looking for some... Last time he was gone for a while, he was looking for some rare metal. Maybe he's off to some mines. Have you heard about diamonds somewhere?
And she puts her hands off her head
Yeah.
and back into her robes again. And you hear the rustling of paper. And then she pulls out a sword still in its scabbard.
You said you were unarmed.
Patches. You take it?
So when you pull the sword, do you pull the sword out from the scabbard? Because she's offering like the hilt to you.
Just the hilt?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
So
take
as
the
you
hilt.
pull the hilt, you see that it is disguised to look as a sword, but instead is a flute. As you pull it out.
It's beautiful.
That is a creation of Zistor Flexus.
I feel like usually you'd
very
want to do it
talented.
the other way around.
Open it.
How would I do that?
Unscrew the mouthpiece. When you open it, you see that there's a very fine powder on the inside. And like some of it spills out into your hand. It looks yellow and feels like like sand from like the best beach you've never been to.
Yep.
Nah.
Am I going to smell the powder? Oh, Jesus. You see a smaller sword inside the
You open that, there's a flute inside. Okay.
So
There's a recorder inside the flute.
And then it's just a tiny little blow dart. Sends out a tiny little sword. Shoo. Sorry.
So when you taste it, you have not tasted this powder before.
What
But
is
it has a
this?
slightly metallic taste to it.
What is this supposed to prove?
What is
Something he
this?
created.
So after the metallic taste, there's a small instance in which you feel like you want to do everything to please Sophia. That every breath she takes, you have to pay attention to make sure that she takes another one. That every shift of her body might indicate that there's something wrong with her shoes, or the floor, or the temperature, or the humidity. And if her mouth opens, every word is as if the Metatron itself is speaking to you.
What does
is
this
this?
powder do?
And then, just like that, the effect wears off. It is a poison.
Seems like a drug to me.
It is a manufactured poison to enchant somebody in order to ensure that they will follow every command given by that who touched it last.
And Zistor made this.
This is a Zistor instrument. There are Zistor prints all over it. And there is this powder inside, which is declared illegal in the Kingdom of Willows.
How do we know that he is the reason why there's powder inside?
I am searching for him in order to answer that question.
And we have no idea where he is.
Very well. You will take me to his workshop immediately, and I will ask that you shut every machine down so that I may inspect them.
I don't know what
I'm
they
gonna
all
ask-
do.
I'm going to ask at this point
Yeah.
if somebody wants to roll intelligence law.
Oh, I have a dot in that.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll it.
What's the diff?
Diff here is 7.
So using a willpower,
Nice.
Okay.
that will give me what, an automatic success?
One success.
So I have 2 successes.
So
Minus
Right.
she doesn't really have jurisdiction here. She's the only qualifications that she's shown you is I have a letter that may be from King Melge. You're not sure. She has brought what you think.
You want to use the spray bottle? It's quite effective against Ripley.
It's super.
Weapons that she claims she doesn't have, but she isn't showing you.
So I know you think that that letter means something, but it doesn't give you jurisdiction here. But in the interest of peace, I will show you around the workshop. Not so sure about shutting everything down. I'll admit that I don't know what all of his machines do yet, so I wouldn't want to shut down something that is keeping this place safe. But how about a guided tour of the workshop? And we'll both find out if he was manufacturing drugs here. Because if he was, I'd love to shut that down as well.
She's pulled her arms back into her robe, by the way.
That suggestion seems more than fair.
Or you could come back with actual jurisdiction.
I will do as you ask.
Great, free tour. Let's go.
I will come back with the proper jurisdiction. I will find those responsible. And then, at that moment, the door behind you slams open.
Whoa! Slow mo till we get the sweet music going. What? Oh. Nice listen.
And A woman strides forward, wearing boots, spikes, just studded in
shit.
all of them. Pants that look like they are barely holding on from all the holes that are over fishnet stockings. A leather jacket, and on the back of it, all it says is tits. T-I-T-Z.
Wow.
On the back. She's got crossed leather bands that just cover her torso, giving her effectively armor, but has a little bit more of a fashion statement. Everyone's just like, tits. And a hat. You know those small like party hats, like those little tiny top hats?
Oh,
A hat.
Lolita hats.
Yeah, dripping red, just like soaked in some violent red that's pinned into her hair that is just a mass of blue dreadlocks. And she leans forward, and as her lips curl open, her teeth just start like pointing, every single one, and it looks like she could take a bite out of an airliner if she so chose. And she slams a baseball bat with iron bands surrounding them. Not cold iron. Let's just be...
That would be pretty shitty.
Steel bands surrounding all of them, and as it lands with a boom, like, and you can almost see the dust and like the dust of the road kick up from it, and she just leans on the top of it with her shoulder. So you're in charge now?
Seems to be. Thanks for arriving. Seems we need some security at the moment.
Is this one bothering you, boss lady?
She's,
She was just leaving.
yeah.
Just leaving. And the Ishu turns and looks, and just completely nonplussed. And the red cap just... It's been a very disappointing afternoon. I could really use some stress relief. The three of you mind turning around for just a moment?
Yes, we do.
Why don't you take on someone your own size?
Patches like half turns. Then
No, go.
stops.
Oh, I'm not looking. No, I'm
I'm going to assume this is Incisor.
Yes.
Just gonna
Yeah.
assume.
Incisor picks up the bat and with one of the like slightly jagged points of steel just picks at her teeth a little bit. Metros are down. I don't feel like walking all the way down to Bishop.
Or how about I kick your ass all the way there?
Wait, what?
What?
The fuck are you talking about, blue bastard?
Why don't we show our guest out first? And then we can all have a little chat. Just so we all know our place here.
Is this how you say hello to our allies?
Just this one.
Alright. Look. Here's the deal. I lift her up and I throw her off the building.
Nope.
No, don't think that would be the most diplomatic move.
Alright.
Pretty dramatic.
I'll compromise. I'll bite her head off
Hmm.
and I'll stuff the rest of her down the toilet, and then you can clean it up.
Ms. Elaib, I think it would be best if you were on your way.
I will return. It will not take me long to get jurisdiction. And
Great.
when I do, you will regret not having given me the courtesy that I so deserve. She turns around, and Incisor just hawks up a loogie and spits it directly on her cheek. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not happy about this.
And the Ishu walks out. So who was that? And she jumps into she like just leans the bat against the bar and heads around behind the bar, and she starts rummaging around, and she pulls up a glass, and she takes, you know, like those squirt guns?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And she just squirts it full of ginger ale and then sets it down.
Oh, nice.
Picks it up, plops 2 cubes of ice.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
Was she like important or something, or should not have done that?
You should not have done that.
Oh, that's too bad.
You sure like making an entrance, though, don't you?
She was in the way. Pisses me off. Besides, she looked like she was pissed.
Batches, were you upset?
Blue.
What?
Aria Grace. Blue dreadlocks.
Sweet.
yeah. She was carrying again.
See? I did the right thing.
She was not. We did not see any weapons.
I heard it.
Retroactive hero. I'm a retroactive hero. Now, did you want to come along and start trying to kick my ass? Come on, you blue bastard. I'll take you.
It's just for the drama. You know that.
You have a soft heart. Let's go along with your soft head. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get you a drink? And then you hear, "The fuck are you doing?" And Claude starts to, he's dressed in just an undershirt.
Oh, shit.
Well, he's still wearing his pants. And he starts striding up to the bar. Get the fuck out of this bar. You go on the other side. I pour the drinks around here. Get out. You're lucky I only got enough spit for her. But as she puts it down, roll me perception and empathy.
Yeah? Oh.
Yay. Would this be insightful?
Yes.
Yes.
This is insightful. The other one was to listen. And
Yeah, you're...
listening was not really all that insightful.
In here.
Unless you're listening for the tremble in her voice.
Nice. Div 6?
Difficulty 6, yeah.
I was
sure.
asking.
None.
Nope.
It's different, eh, from Exalted? You're
Yep.
not used to, like,
We're actually,
what?
like,
No
looking, we're like,
successes. What the fuck?
What does that mean?
5.
Jesus.
Wow.
I'm a socialized character.
What?
Okay, so
Hold off, Flunket.
Incisor is scared of Claude.
Nice.
Not like scared like I run whenever I see him, but like his command, she'll follow.
So she respects him.
She respects him, but there's a little bit of fear behind it. So, you're in charge now?
Seems that way.
Alright. Am I fired?
No.
Good. It's not like you could fire me anyway. Zistor hired me. Zistor still pays me. I stay in the payroll. I stay here.
We have no complaints from us.
As of this point.
Nothing will change. I would ask
Everything
if you...
changes. You know why everything changes?
Why does everything change?
Because I have to deal now with 3 of you instead of 1.
Hmm.
Which means that all I have to do is get 2 of you to like me. 1 of you doesn't have to. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Shining over here.
So, someone came in without invitation that seemed to not be terribly friendly. Is there anything we can do about screening people who enter, or...?
Yeah. They got to come through the exhaust. Which means that either me or Claude's got to be in here at all times. The fuck were you doing, Claude? Oh, it's Friday. Shit. Alright, I'll make sure that I'm here Friday afternoons.
We appreciate that.
Quiet, Shining. People with brains are talking.
Do not speak to me that way.
I'd recommend listening to her.
Hold on.
Whoa!
I want
Wait.
manipulation, intimidation.
Okay.
It's actually probably pretty good, Liz.
No, I have no intimidation.
Actually,
So-
sorry.
Very good.
Appearance intimidation.
Well, that's something at least. Hotness her out of existence, Sophia. You can do it.
You're so attractive, it's scary.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty for this is going to be her will. 6.
1, 2, 3, 2.
And what's your appearance specialty?
Captivating.
No, that won't. Alright, Shining. Cool your tits. So, yeah. I'll make sure that someone's in here on Fridays. For you. I get it. It's important. What, is she, like, sniffing around? What does she want?
She wants Zistor.
Well, everybody wants Zistor. The guy's loaded. What does she want?
She claims he's been up to illegal activities.
He's wanted in 4 different kingdoms.
And
Probably. I mean, he makes stuff that he shouldn't. Everybody does.
does he make drugs?
No.
Well, that's
The
what she's
fuck?
claiming.
That's like slew of bullshit.
Someone's planted drugs in an item that he has crafted, and they're going to frame it on him because obviously whoever is actually selling the drugs needs to have a scapegoat, and that's going to be MIA Zistor.
Yo, that's not cool.
No, it's not.
It might just be
So
an
we're gonna go out and
excuse.
fuck him up? If it's just that one girl, we could take her.
It's
Like
probably not just that one girl.
I'm gonna lean over the bar, look at Claude.
Serigiri.
Could I have a refill on my sangria, please?
I still have the fruit muddled in the back, but it's only going to charge one of your smiles. Yes, thank you so much. I swear to fucking God, when Cap's behind the bar, next thing you're gonna know, everything's gonna have, and then you, like, the door swings shut, tooth marks all over and then it swings shut again, and then it opens up again, and it smells just like clothes.
Yay! Sangria.
We could go find her. You want to go tailor? I could do that for you. Hell, you could do that for you.
I think somebody should. I would like to, but I don't think I'm the right candidate.
What are you talking about? You must be stealthy as fuck.
How stealth?
shake some of my skin
I
off.
know you're quite physically capable, but how's your sneaking? Honestly.
I thrash. I don't exactly make it quiet.
Can't give you that lift to Bishop anymore. Bye.
Oh, bye! Where are you?
Keys.
Patches.
Wait, was I? Yeah, I took the keys.
You have keys, yeah, I think.
And,
Patches, please be very careful. We don't know if she's arrived with a large contingent or if she's part of a different group
paper?
here.
I, lean over the bar looking for paper.
He's gonna be so mad.
Claude comes back. The
Do you
fuck
have
is
paper?
this?
Do you have any paper?
Yes.
Great, perfect. I needed it right now because I need to go trail someone.
Jesus Christ.
For the good
Goes
of all of
down
us.
And pulls up his napkin, okay?
Yes.
Yes, here. Fuck. Everybody's reaching. It's like pulling your pants down and,
Great,
exposing us.
enjoy. Bye. And I'm out.
Enjoy my hands
And that
in
was
the
my
pants.
phone number.
Oh, thank you.
Score, Braum.
Text me.
Branches, am I right? Nope. You know what? Nope.
So I have your number. Slam.
I start to text, but it's pretty slow. I'm probably still using a T9 thing, Taking some time.
The fuck is that?
What?
What is that, from 1996?
No.
Flip phones are cool.
Braum bitch.
What is
They're actually pretty cool.
wrong with you?
I like things that I know.
So, your right hand in sadness?
Hmm.
I'm wandering over to the doorway to the garden.
Okay.
And like history, there were always trolls. There will always be asshole redcaps.
Pardon me.
Go back to my...
You kiss your mother with that mouth? Come here.
Okay? Yep.
And she grins, and the tips of her lips stretch and stretch and stretch until they're touching her earlobes.
Oh, Scotty, no like you.
I like you. There's honesty in you. But if you're gonna fuck with me, At least make sure you got some proper technology first. And she bats the phone, you know, like and just like boop, like that.
Yeah,
She just like bats the phone so that it hits you in the chin. And she pulls back. Tell Shine and I said goodbye. And she walks off to her room. So we'll start with you.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Downstairs, I'm gonna try to see if I can catch sight of our issue.
All right, that's going to be a perception. What is it here? It's not awareness. It's
Alertness?
Perception alertness. Difficulty 6. What are you doing?
I was honestly just like walking away a few paces from
This is
Incisor,
so
and I'm
awkward.
waiting for my sangria. Because Mama needs a drink after that.
1 success.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch sight of her. She's heading down. She seems to be heading into the tunnel towards Atwater Metro. Atwater Metro on the green line. Look it up.
Great. I'm gonna try to trail her. You know, it's Friday afternoon. There's probably plenty of people around. Try to blend in. Probably wearing. Now it's August. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Just try to blend in as best I can.
I mean, you already kind of blend in anyway.
Just muss my
You're
hair
still
a
wearing
bit.
your work clothes.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Close.
So you start trailing her. That's going to be a wits and
Stealth?
yeah,
Or
wits
streetwise subterfuge.
stealth. Wits stealth. Streetwise isn't really applicable here. You're not like trying to
Yeah.
contact a gang.
What?
Yeah.
Unless.
Diff.
Uh,
6.
the difficulty for this will be 6.
Nice.
2 successes.
Okay. So you start following her. She heads down, but instead of going into Atwater Metro, she heads into the mall attached with Alexis Neon.
Rip.
And she goes off. There's a in that mall. There's a place where there's a change machine for like
Yep.
the stores around. She heads there and she punches a code into it, and instead of change falling out of it, instead you see that there's a very small trod that starts to open up directly into the side of the building. Now a trod is a gateway into the dreaming itself.
Oh, shit.
The sangria comes out. Are you alright?
Of course, Claude. Thank you so much.
Of course you're alright. There's nothing that could possibly ruffle your feathers.
Nothing drink prepared by you could fix, right?
Flattery will get you absolutely everywhere, because obviously fate does not.
So disappointed.
I'm gonna go speak with Kyoko. You're all right, Braum?
Yes. I'm sure I can find something to speak with Claude about.
Thank you again, Claude.
Absolument.
Oh, sorry, before I go, does Kyoko have a favorite drink?
Yes.
What is it?
It's not carrot juice, if that's what you're wondering.
I'd like to bring it to her, if you wouldn't mind.
She is a fan. And he starts going underneath, and he comes up of a Manhattan
Oh,
Classy day.
and shakes it, strains it out. So the Ishu steps into the trod, and it starts to close down behind her.
shit patches.
Was I able to see the code she punched in?
Yes.
What's the code?
The code is blah 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 blah. I'm not like it's
Whatever,
It's
I know
a
code.
series of numbers. 63936.
Oh.
Close. All right, Grace. Close.
Oh.
393.
63936.
I will not. Okay, go. Wait. I know nothing about going into the dreaming, so I'm not sure. Me, Kate, knows not. I know nothing about going into the dreaming. I don't know whether it would be a wise thing to do or.
If you go into the dreaming,
yeah,
you may not be able to easily get out.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, if you're going to the dreaming, you're essentially entering into a territory she's far more familiar with.
Yeah.
And you're alone.
Yeah. So I will not follow
However,
her. Yeah.
when she heads in,
Yeah.
and you see, roll me your perception grimoire.
Don't have any Grimare.
Ooh. All right.
Oh,
Well, then you see her enter a trot, and you see the code.
Cool.
That's awkward. Come here.
She closes it behind her. You're now in a mall.
We're acknowledges.
There are deals everywhere.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go back to the Spark.
Buy us some nice furniture for the office.
I'd like a coat.
What? From like Canadian Tire?
You hear a little voice in your head. Buy us some nice furniture.
Shoes.
I mean, I can get us some
my
shelves and
God.
shit. I guess I have desks, but it's not.
Actually, you know what? I'll go. I'll go with
nice.
you when
It's
Patches
not
go
what you
shopping.
call nice. They don't really have a.
Yeah.
Guys, people are dying.
We're going to Zone.
not
Clearly.
not now. Damn it. It's a very
When you
banana
get
place.
to Kyoko's office, 3 of her screens are now black. One of them currently has...
What a pitiful meow.
One of them has a game called Black and White currently on its screen.
I knock on the door frame.
Oh. Is that Manhattan for me?
If you'd like it.
You've asked Claude.
I did.
Ooh.
Should I take this as a good sign?
I hope so.
Stabs you.
Here.
Back up.
And she slides an envelope across.
It's really cute.
The envelope doesn't have any paper inside. It has a USB key.
It's just an envelope. Oh, okay.
All the information is on this, and I just...
Did you need a hard copy?
That would be wonderful. I feel like it might save some time.
She turns on one of the monitors, and the
You can double-side the
spreadsheet
pages.
comes back
save
up and
the trees.
prints it.
I'm all about saving trees.
Are you about saving trees? Is that important for you?
Thanks, Moreau Smart.
Ooh.
How is it? You've been given a great responsibility.
You mean being one of the people in charge?
It must not be simple.
No. I think I assumed at first that it would be, but clearly, as always, things are more complicated than they first appear. And so are people.
I'm sure that you would hate advice at this stage.
Please.
It's not your job to keep this place running. It's instead your job to make sure that everyone else keeps this place running. And that doesn't involve so much work as it involves a good smile, a good joke, and every now and then a good slap.
Smile, joke, and slap?
Well, take your friend Braum.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to make him smile.
Please.
It's incredibly easy to make him laugh. But I imagine that sometimes what he really needs is a good slap.
You may be right. Have to try it sometime.
She hands you a piece of paper from a small printer. It's got an address, a phone number. He has a marriage certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And a license plate for his car.
Okay.
Best.
By any chance, were you able to find what shifts he typically works and when he would be off duty?
Friday is typically a day that they post new schedules.
All right. So that would be today, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're still.
Yes.
Would you mind checking for me?
No. That would involve going to the police station and looking at a corkboard. The last time I was in a police station, it felt very cold. I'm relatively sure that I came away with some sort of flu.
Understood. You've been so helpful. Thank you, Kyoko.
I'm not at all helpful. I'm just careful. Tell me, how are you going to decorate your office if Patches hates pink?
I just have to find a way to make our tastes complement each other.
Everything that I've learned from television means that you have to divide the room down into 3 using masking tape.
I hope
You
it
have to
doesn't
be
come
very
to that.
petty about where individual things are.
Masking tape is so
1980s.
ugly. I'm sure we'll figure something out, and if I hate it, I just won't be in there very often.
I like Patches to feel more welcome here, if that's at all possible. So, I think I might throw her a party.
Oh.
Just a small one in her office. Do you think that's a good idea?
I think I would want to be there when she was surprised.
You think Patches likes surprises?
We'll have to find out.
I'll head inside. I'll wait there.
Thank you again.
I'm like glancing around surreptitiously for no reason. Is there anyone else in the exhaust right now? Claude.
Just Claude.
Awesome. Claude, thank you as always for your service. I have a favor to ask of you.
Is this the relationship we're going to have?
I hope. I was hoping for something more.
We don't have conversations. We don't ask about each other's daily lives. It's just, I serve you. I have a favor to ask. I do it because I'm just a poor, pathetic excuse for a shithead, and then we go on with our lives.
No, Claude. It seemed to me that you spent some of your day unconscious, so I didn't want to bring up any raw memories or anything.
Raw? Your skin flakes off as if somebody overcooked you. You think I am raw?
Claude, I'm sorry. I'm a very direct person, to the point. And I'm not sure when Patches and Sophia are going to come back.
Is that why you hang out with 2 ladies? They like your directness, your poise.
We were thrown together by happenstance, but I think that they'll come to appreciate it in time, yes.
I don't think Patches appreciates much of anything if it's on this floor. It's all down below for her. It's a workshop.
Is that a euphemism?
No, she's a knocker. She likes workshops. The fuck is wrong with you? Is everything about sex with you? Is that it?
No, not in the least.
Is anything about sex with you?
Of course. I am a Cathane like any other. But Claude, that's not...
It's not my fault you're horny. I get it.
We're getting off topic, Claude.
2 horns. 1, 2. Horny.
You're very funny. You're very funny.
No, I'm not. That's the point.
Oh.
What can I do for you, Braum?
Claude, before they come back,
Who's they?
Sophia and Patches, with the arrival of Ms. El Haib, it appears to me that the freehold might soon be under attack, and I want to be at the top of my game.
Attack? She's some deadbeat from Willows who comes in and is trying to strong-arm you. Have you seen yourself? You scare the shit out of me.
That must be saying something.
No, it's not. But you want to be at the top of your game, so what? You want me to make it a target dummy so that you can swing your big sword at it?
No. I practice every morning. That's not a problem. I need to be put in contact with a dreamwalker, if you know any. It's a big eyebrow raise.
This is
Oh, wow.
This is an interesting thing you ask. Why do you need a dreamwalker?
There is something in my past. I'm not embarrassed because I don't know. There is something in my past that I have forgotten.
Are you always this forward with people?
No.
You have amnesia? Is that it? Or is it that you drank your life away?
No. Something terrible happened, and I don't know what it is.
You get the impression that he's staring at your left hand, trying to see whether you're wearing a wedding ring or not.
Hang on.
Are you, Braum?
And that's a great question. No, I don't. Know what? You know what? When was I divorced?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Go read my character page on rpgclinic.com. Yeah, I'm still wearing one, but I'm gonna tuck it under my I'm gonna tuck it into a fist, so he can't see.
He's already seen everything.
Well, he probably has. But... Look,
I'm looking. It's hard to miss you.
something happened to me, and I don't know what it is. I'm hoping that if I speak with a very experienced dreamwalker, they might be able to help me remember. And if they do, then I will be... Well, I won't have this one weakness that can be exploited, if there's anyone who knows about it.
You're worried that some strange, freaky issue is going to know about this past of yours? Alright.
So there's only a few of us standing between that door and this freehold.
Yeah, and I understand. Look, I'll look into it, alright? Is that okay?
Yes.
Is this, hidden? Do I tell Patches and the Lady Sophia about this?
No.
Ah.
Please. Claude.
Yes.
Do you have any open Scotch whiskey?
Are you a peat man?
I take out my wallet as well, by the way. I think I'm gonna...
The fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You insult me by trying to pay for this? It's your freehold now. Technically, all of this belongs to you. If you touch it, I'll kill you.
I'm just very thankful to have you, Claude. That's all.
Put it away. If there's ever times that I need money from you, you will find out.
I will take all of it. Okay.
We'll drink together, you and me. So, Patches. Where are you headed now?
Back to the Spark.
So as you're heading back to the Spark, sitting in the lobby, wasn't there before, you can see a childling knocker. Can't be older than 14 years old, and just sort of looking around, kind of mystified about this whole thing. And there's this definite feeling, have you ever been in a building and you're like, I need to be here, but I should go. Maybe I'll come back. I don't really want to be here.
Oh yeah.
He's got a tiny little robot that follows him behind it. It's just it's like a box on four wheels, but it's following him. It's absolutely following him as it goes around. And it has a tiny little antenna that wags like a dog's tail, but otherwise it doesn't have any other features. And then he sees you, and all the color in his face, his already very pale face, just drains out, which makes the massive spiral on his cheek just like glare out.
Oh boy.
No.
Hey.
Hi.
Were you heading up? I can show you the way in.
I'm not supposed to. My mom doesn't know I'm here.
That's okay. You seem old enough
and
to...
then the little box kind of runs up to you and he's like, Skag, no! And he reaches out and tries to pull it back and it skids its wheels on the ground a little bit, and eventually he just doesn't know what to do, so he sits on it.
It's quite a little robot you've made.
Skag's kind of dumb.
That's fine. We can teach it to be smarter. Come on.
I was hoping if I could get some help with it.
Sure.
He's kind of busted. He's kind of busted.
Great.
He's kind of busted right now, and I don't know how to fix the fucking thing.
I've got a workshop upstairs.
Frickin' hell.
Come on.
I can't go up there.
Why not?
That's Zistor Flex's place.
And it's mine. Come on up.
Oh shit.
No more of this in the lobby.
Okay. and he stands up, and Skaggs immediately runs out and like smashes into your ankle. Like it's enough to sort of like hurt, like like you've bumped like your elbow against the wall kind of thing. But like it doesn't actually do any damage.
Would you say she's bruised?
Okay. Mervin.
Bloody hell.
He reaches out and he picks it up and the wheel starts spinning and he's just like, I could break it for you.
No, let's fix it. That's what we're good at.
My name's Cog.
Mine is Patches.
Okay.
Okay.
Elevator.
So it's Skag and Cog.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you head up in the elevator, is your ankle?
It'll be fine. It
Sorry.
just hurts a little. Nah. Not all creations can be perfect on your first try.
Is it true that Zistor can fix anything by just staring at it and punching it?
More or less. When you get enough practice, you'll be that good too.
No, I'm never going to be that good. I'm pathetic.
You're young. You're still learning. Sister was kind enough to show me quite a lot. In just a few months, I'm sure I can show you.
So the door
thing or
opens
two?
up into the exhaust, and Braum and Claude are just about to tuck into a 18-year-old 18-year-old
Sorry, it's involuntary.
Canadian rye whiskey.
Wow! John, you know me so well.
And just as the glasses start reaching it, Skag falls out of Cog's hands and it starts screaming its way.
No!
That's going to be a wits brawl.
Really? Okay.
I'm doing nothing but holding onto my glass for dear life.
Oh, what's the diff?
Difficulty is 6.
2 successes.
So you reach out and you manage to catch it before it rams into either of them. I mean, ramming into him probably wouldn't do anything. I mean, it's still only about this
Yeah.
big.
Are the wheels bigger than the box, or are they like a car?
They're like a car.
Great.
They're-
Then
they're
I'm
on
just
the
gonna
underside.
flip it upside down.
And you can see that at one point the wheel starts spinning and then stopping suddenly to try to get it to like turn. and it's starting to rock itself so that it's trying to get...
I'm gonna hand it into Cog's hands.
And he takes it.
Deal with this shit.
So...
The fuck is this?
Oh, it appears we have a guest.
Sophia wanted there to be more people here, and look, we've got our first guest.
It's like a wheelie box? Like, what the fuck?
It's pretty cool. It's just,
Kid, you want a drink?
Close.
He could have some juice or iced tea. Maybe like the juice that you make for Sophia, but without the alcohol.
Your rules. It's the drinking age in Quebec. It's a suggestion. And he reaches down and he pulls up and he's like, real knockers.
No.
Drink battery acid.
Yeah,
And
no.
he takes the squeezy thing and he starts pouring Sprite into the glass. And then he takes a straw and he puts it below. Now you can see that he dips it in the whiskey and just drops it into the drink. And he slides it along the bar.
How boozy is it?
There's no booze in it.
Okay.
He's dipped the straw into
Okay.
the booze. That's it.
What a dude. That's cute. I think it's cute.
Alright,
Drinking
it'll
age in
pass.
Quebec is 18.
Yeah.
The drinking age in Quebec is, in reality, meh.
It's 18.
Whatever.
Unless you suck.
Hmm.
So his cool little robot needs some work, so I figured I'd see what we could do.
I just didn't realize that you was allowed up here. There were a lot of people just talking. There were like 6 in the lobby, and only one of them went up. I thought I couldn't be nearly as popular.
There's a lot of places in this building.
I mean, 6 like us.
Where are they?
Well, only one of them went up about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. The rest of them left.
Did you see what they look like?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What?
So, there was like one guy big like him, and
So fun.
there was a little guy. He looked like he was, like the little guys, the Irish folks.
Yeah, CL. Burp. It's the pronunciation that always gets me. Chlorine.
Chlorine. Chlorine. Hey, it's chlorine.
He's chlorine. This is the element.
How is it spelled?
CLURI.
It's Gaelic, right? So like,
Chloricon.
I don't know.
Chloricon. Leprechaun.
Where
not
the
there.
fuck is it?
It's not there. It'll be on the page.
I bet you somebody's already written it into
It's
chat.
on the page.
I bet you it's true.
Yep.
Chloricon.
Oh, we know what it's spelled.
Chloricon! That sounds badass.
Anyway,
We know it's
one of
spelled.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're leprechauns.
Clerica.
And there was I think there might have been 2 of them. And then there was a real pretty man. Like her. Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
And he drops to both knees
Oh.
and just bows his head.
Oh boy.
That's really not necessary. It's appreciated, but it's not necessary.
You
What's
have to
your
understand
name?
that's exactly what my heart does every time you walk into the room.
Alright,
As
Clyde,
I
cool your
lean down and
friend
whisper
chat.
to him, she likes this, but not all ladies will respond so well to such a.
What's your name?
Cog!
Hello, Cog. I'm Sophia.
This
Nice
is
to meet
Skag!
you.
And the
I can't.
truck's just like...
Hello, Skag.
Does the truck also have an erection?
Did you make Skag?
The antenna sticks straight up.
Skag's my friend. I made him. Yeah. And you can tell that now he's trying very hard to not stare directly into the sun kind of
That's
thing.
very impressive.
So there was maybe 1 or 2 other people in the group that you saw?
So there was a troll like him and 2 of those Irish guys
Yep.
and a pretty man. The other one just seemed to be with him. I didn't get a good look at her face.
But she was wearing a
And then there was one who had black eyes.
Yeah.
Ishu?
Yep.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, I don't get out a whole lot
No,
these days.
it's understandable.
It was the issue who went up.
Yeah, we met her, and then she left. So...
Cog, it is.
God damn it, the robot's not going to ejaculate all over everything. Fuck.
What have you?
And, that, is really helpful, so thank you. You've already done us a good deed. So you've
And
definitely...
he draws himself up a little bit. You can see that he's got that sort of tall lankiness that you'll see in like 14-year-olds where like his arms are just way too long and his legs are way too long.
Yeah.
Like he'd probably be like an excellent basketball player if he wasn't just so gangly everywhere.
So I think you've earned this drink. And
And he tastes it, and then there's this moment of like, oh, this tastes bad, and then like, oh, this is an adult drink, and then he just like sucks it through the straw like, oh, like gone.
Whoa, you should pace yourself.
I'm sorry,
Young man. No, it's all right. It's an honor to meet you, Cog. the way.
let's see what we can do about your robot.
Okay.
And Patches, when you're done, we should reconvene.
And then he like glances at Sophia a bit. Okay. Kung Fu Fenders, he drank Sprite, and the straw was dipped in whiskey so that it had a small taste. But that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody gets, you get a squire. You get
I'd
a
like to bring him down to the workshop.
All right.
I'm going to go off with Sophia
All right.
to discuss the possibility.
Go for you two.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay, bye. Oh. I don't know where we're going to go, though. I guess out into the garden?
I guess.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, Sophia naturally gravitates out there because she really loves the garden.
Would you say she levitates out there?
I would say she does. She floats like on a cloud.
It's pretty...
George.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't know if... Well, I guess we'll find
I'm
out if...
sipping my sangria.
I guess we're going to find out if Creeper Tallis McGee is just like hanging around.
We'll just say
listening.
that Tallis has gone off to look
Yeah.
over the north side, and you guys meander towards
We're
the south
not
side.
We're trying to make sure that, you know, tits.
I'm gonna go over to the pool and crouch down next to it and just kind of like trail my fingers in the water. And then I'll
Little
drift into
fish
John's.
comes up and, inquires what's in the
I feel like in
pond.
Sophia's head, she just goes like this, and then a little like bird comes and lands on her finger.
Instead, a
Just like,
little
I mean-
fish comes up and starts trying to nibble
but
at
it's
your
Montreal,
finger.
so it'd be like a pigeon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with spring whatever, it might actually, like... You could actually probably do that.
Goodbye, my little friend. I'm trying to fill in for John.
I'm
Trying to fill in. I'm trying to fill in for
Trying to
John.
fill in. Sophia. I'm all for having more people here at the Spark. I think this cog could be lovely, and I'm sure we'll receive more guests as time goes on. But you heard what he was saying.
I did.
Fala did not arrive alone. And that can only mean that she was scouting on behalf of the rest of the team.
Exactly.
Now, this might not be a problem, although I believe she implied that she wasn't with a group.
Braum, what looks more suspicious to you? A freehold that encourages nobody to come and see them, who shuts their doors to anyone not in the core circle, whose curtains are drawn, whose windows are dark, or one that opens its doors to people, has events, has parties,
I'm sorry.
has nothing to hide. I think the best way to keep little ones safe is to not seem like we have anything to hide.
Sorry, where are you two having this conversation?
In the
The
garden.
garden,
garden.
trying not to be overheard by Tallis, who
Tallis
is
is no longer in the garden.
loving it. He's just hiding in the bushes. Yeah, exactly. That's... Sophia, I agree. And I think under ideal circumstances, and hopefully this is an idealistic world that we live in, that would be enough. That we would open our doors and suspicion would flee.
I'm not saying that's all that's required, but
They won't stop until they've either found a note of where Zistor went or, I think, more likely, find what it is they're actually looking for. If they spoke to Duke Granville, they know that he is no longer here.
and they came anyway,
Exactly.
expecting to get something from
Trying to
us.
find an ingress. Ella, buddy.
Well,
Fucking
here's an idea. It was from the kingdom of Willows. Maybe that's where Little One's from.
Yes, that's true. We could also send a missive directly to the king
And say what?
and ask if he is indeed wanted. Who was sent from
I
the kingdom of
suppose.
Willows?
So I'm going to ask you, Scott,
Yes.
to roll your intelligence politics, and we're going to. The difficulty is going to be 6, and we're going to go to.
Oh, can I roll that too?
No.
Sure, actually.
I do got some
You
politics.
could roll this.
No.
Um,
Thanks.
so patches.
Mhm.
When you get down to the workshop, the keypad sits glowing with its little green line heading across it. And Cog is like still trying to see whether he heard the squeaks correctly as it was headed down.
Enter workshop.
Identification confirmed. Welcome back, Packers. And the door opens up.
See,
So happy.
even Zistor sometimes makes broken things.
Wait. Sorry. That was good.
Your name isn't Packers.
It's Patches. Seems like its ears might need some cleaning, so to speak.
So when it opens up, his eyes just sort of widen. I don't know what any of this stuff does.
That's fine. So, what's wrong with Skeg?
Skeg keeps running into people's ankles.
That's no good. Oh.
It's like he doesn't have the correct calibration for when he's supposed to stop.
Great, so let's check its forward sensors. And I'm gonna head over to one of the racks of tools and try to find an appropriately sized.
So he follows along and he's sort of hunching a little bit.
Yeah.
Not because he needs to,
Mm-mm.
but he's hunching because. Roll me perception empathy. Successes? 4, 0. Okay.
I didn't need to roll.
Knowledges of House
Elined? Let's go with that.
Elined?
Yeah.
Elined.
Yeah.
This is House Elined, and Elined and Gwydion don't have the best relationship.
Mm-hmm.
E-I-E-Ned.
E-I-E.
Is
Ned.
it A Ned? Is that what you're trying to say?
And
Yeah, that's-
in that kingdom,
Ned.
Is
was
that
a dog.
EI or EL?
Hey,
Guys,
Ned.
game, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Unfortunately, it's a sans serif font, so we don't know whether
Yeah, do you mean
that's
I or
an
do you mean
EI.
oh, guys?
A
Come on.
Ned or Ellie Ned.
Oh, man.
Lower
Ned.
Ellie
There is an
Ned.
L.
It is
Yeah,
Ellie
exactly,
Ned.
okay.
Yeah. Ellie Need. No, Ellie Ned.
Aragorn's about to punch the monitor. You fools!
Guys.
Both houses are ostensibly Sealy, and both houses are ostensibly supposed to sort of get along, but they don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, you sending a missive to... So, first of all, King Melge is already a little bit like...
Right.
And is, you know... it's a
But
little bit of-
yes, someone representing House Gwydion being like, "Yo, are you actually doing that?" You know, like calling his motives into question might not be the right thing to do. Thank you, John. I might ask the Duke Granville's assistance in this matter. See if he could maybe make the request for more information. But until that time, Sophia, I think it would behoove us to... You're right. We can
behave normally?
as normally as possible, while also knowing that they might be after anything that's here at the freehold.
Of course.
I'm sorry if I sound paranoid.
No, you're right to be careful. Actually, speaking of the Duke, he said something while we were there, and I've been meaning to ask you about it. He said that it was nice to see you up and about again. What did he mean?
I'm not sure. It could have been anything. Like, Braum's trying to just, like, mumble his way out of it.
I'd like to roll something on this.
Braum's
So you're trying to determine whether or not he's being evasive?
I'm asking him a question.
That's perception empathy.
Fantastic.
I'm perceiving the word.
And I would say this is insightful.
Yes.
Would you say this is
Persympathy.
Persympathy. Hashtag.
Persephone.
Now we're shipping abilities and attributes
What's the diff?
from Braum.
Do you want to know any stats on my page?
Yeah, I need to know what your manipulation subterfuge is.
It is literally 1.
Thank God.
Your difficulty is 2.
Thank God, because I actually did not roll very well. 1, 2,
I,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Wow!
With diff 2, it's literally every dice that
I
is
did
in
not
one.
roll a 1.
What a disaster.
Your manipulation subterfuge is 1.
This is appropriate. I think this is appropriate.
Jesus.
I'm
I mean, like, no, it's great.
I'm not actually
but, like,
min-maxing, but
Yes, you
You're
are.
you're
I saw
you're
your
not a book.
character sheets.
You're a
That's right.
freaking flashing sign.
beep, beep.
Something is wrong. Something is wrong with Braum.
Jorg always won. What was
Hashtag
the-
Braum.
What was the hashtag?
Braum?
Oh yeah, they always won.
Hashtag
I
Braum.
took Jack of all trades. Yeah, we'll talk about it. No, we'll talk about it in Fancy Corner. Fancy Corner. Talk about it later.
Well,
Braum is really embarrassed about what might have happened.
can't be that bad.
No, it's not a question of bad. I haven't lived in Cross's shadow all my life. I'm from the Kingdom of Apples. About 20 years ago now.
20
almost.
years.
Let's say 15. About 15 years ago.
And you haven't been back since?
No. That's not my home anymore. I live here now.
But
and
did you build a life for yourself there?
I grew up there.
Did you have a family?
Here. Yes, I did.
The door to the garden gets kicked open.
Oh, fuck.
Now,
God.
Incisor comes in wearing the exact same outfit as she was before, but now instead of TITZ on the back of her jacket, now it's written KUNTT.
Wow. Not KNUTT.
No. Hi.
Hello?
Good evening.
So, look, Purple Mirror's playing down close to the Quartier de Spectacle. They're not supposed to, so I imagine the show's going to last about 15 minutes before it gets pushed out. But I was wondering whether Shining and Blue Bastard, you wanted to come with?
I'm fine. Thank you for the invite, though.
You want to go to a concert?
You want to thrash?
It's not really my style. But if you need accompaniment, I'm happy to join you.
Don't hurt yourself, Blue Bastard. I'm all right. She heads out the door, slams it.
Be back in time for your shift.
She opens the door.
That's what you said, right? Either you or Claude would be watching the exhaust at all times.
It's all right. You can put me in my place, Shining. I get it. I'll be here. Don't worry about it. Closes the door again.
Oh, God.
Hey. Oh, look at you.
Oh, bad kitties!
Such bad kitties.
If you need accompaniment, I have this right here.
Oh.
But literally, my brother has this.
Hashtag dad jokes.
Also, company chocolates.
Company
and
Nancy, company chocolate.
yeah, they're ridiculous.
Forget about it.
All right, Braum, where were we?
Sorry. Damn it.
You can hear from behind the door, "Get the fuck away from my bar."
I should maybe go check on
And
that.
then a door slamming.
Oh. I guess they're all right. Look, suffice it to say, Sophia, being renowned for, well, maybe not renowned, but having done some honorable and brave feats in my time with my friends, you tend to attract some notice. I must have made an enemy.
And this was in the Kingdom of Apples.
That's why I moved here.
So you say it as though it's uncertain. You might have made an enemy. You could have made an enemy, but whatever it was serious enough to make you move away to a new kingdom.
I woke up with a period of time missing from my mind. That's not normal. Nor is it normal to not be able to contact any of the people that you had spent 10 years with every day. We're good.
You tried to contact them and they were
Gone.
gone.
Nobody knows where they went or if they're alive. I got out of there as quickly as I could, suffice it to say.
Do you think that their whereabouts or their fate is somewhere in your memory?
I think it's possible. What are you suggesting?
Saying it might behoove us to track down those memories somehow.
Patches. It turns out that the sensors on that machine are a little bit out of alignment. Roll me your intelligence crafts.
Stiff.
6.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. The sensors are dirty, so they're not picking up enough light when they're getting
I'm
close
gonna
to
find
an
the
item, so
compressed
it
air
smashes into
tank
things. Okay.
and turn that on, and
So it makes a really satisfying growl as it starts
the
filling up
engine
with air again,
starts
and then
humming. Hey kid, if you got sensors, you gotta keep them clean. You can buy a can of compressed air at the dollar store, but here, we've got it for free.
they don't sell those to kids.
Really?
Yeah, they're afraid that we're going to use them to get high.
Huh. Well, you can come by anytime if you need to clean off the sensors. Or you could, like, get a little, like a
Really?
turkey baster type thing, but it's actually to, like, squish air.
Like a camera cleaner.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh.
And I'd, like, spray off the sensors and give it a good, like, overall de-dusting.
And he takes Skag and he puts it on the ground, and Skag now starts, like, puttering around, but this time it races right up to your ankle and then manages to slam on the brakes so that it reaches forward and it goes like, nudge.
That's cute.
Nice.
That's good. You might want to work on its speed algorithms, the curve to its speed algorithms, but that seems to have done the trick.
Hey, I don't know how to thank you.
You gave us some information on some people that were hanging around downstairs. That's helpful.
I can tell you what they were talking about.
That would be super helpful. Let's go upstairs. Would you like
Shit.
another drink?
Can I?
Yes.
What a cutie. Oh my god. Can I?
So you see now that Patches and Cog have re-entered the room.
Ah. And,
Well, you guys are still in the garden.
oh, right, of course, we can see it, yeah. Oh, so I shout then. Oh, I don't actually.
Chloe, could he have another of the same?
Well, of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm very interested in knowing what this young gentleman has to offer.
You can tell us what they were talking about. Now, from like to sit at the
You
bar.
two gonna remain in the garden?
Well, I think we'll probably head back in, but unless Sophia has any more to say, then we
If
should look into
you're
that.
if
but
you're going to head in, I'll say we'll talk again.
Of course. I would like that. It's something I need to do. But I'd like to keep this private if I can.
You don't think Patches should know?
I don't know what there is to know. I might be paranoid and overblowing this whole thing. I just
Missing
know.
a chunk of your memory.
Maybe I just had a lot to drink.
That I'm gonna shake my head and keep going inside. What have I become?
My sweetest friend.
So,
Slutly run.
Cog.
Yeah?
What did you hear them talk about?
So they were talking about who would have the who should go up, and once they decided, and the lady went up, the issue lady, the rest of them turned around and they said that they would head back to their Airbnb. And then there was a little bit of an argument amongst them about whether or not they should all just go up right away. But then one of them said that it wasn't a good idea because I don't know how to put this.
You're just repeating what they said. I won't be mad at you.
We don't know if that bitch is up there. And when he says the word bitch, he looks directly into his glass, and it's just, oh, it's so interesting. Like all the bubbles that are in there, that's probably a good thing.
Interesting. I wonder who they were afraid of. Probably Incisor. You haven't met her, have you? She's a red cap. She's
My best friend's a red cap.
She's. Oh, Incisor's pretty cool too.
What do you mean, what?
He's welcome here too. He or she, your friend is welcome here.
Thanks. Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me fix Skag.
Anytime.
I should probably go home.
You should.
But if you think I could ever, show you anything else that I've built.
Absolutely. I mean, I won't always be here. I'm usually here after normal working person hours. No weekends.
Okay.
So maybe if you want to drop by after class.
Sure. Goodbye, Patches, and
Bye, Cog.
my lady.
Sophia, please. You're welcome here anytime, Cog.
Sophia! And he sort of turtles his way out of the building.
So,
So you like dorks? I get it. They're cute.
yeah. So they're apparently staying nearby in an Airbnb. Might want to look up where that is. I guess we could ask Kyoko to do that since she seems keen on research.
We can certainly see which are the closest. Do we have any further information?
And which one's currently booked at the moment,
Right.
starting today, specifically.
By a group of odd people, no less.
You have the
Oh.
address?
No. But near here.
Kyoko might be able to find one.
Where was Fala going?
She went into a change machine in Alexis Neon, and it led into the dreaming. And opened up a big old trod for her, and I decided not to follow her alone.
That was wise.
Kyoko wanders in. She's got her empty Manhattan drink, and she sets it down on the bar.
Kyoko.
It's my turn.
For?
The introduction of a lactose substance into a salamander.
We fed it not too long ago. The machine was telling us to. Does it need feeding more often than that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was about twice a day.
Well, it's only been
And then
like
she
an
heads
hour.
into the elevator, pushes a button, and heads down.
We're all just like,
So, first thing I'll want in our offices is a computer. Because I don't think Kyoko would really appreciate my... And I start walking down the hall, looking at her computer.
Well, her door's closed.
I open it.
Open door to the
Fucking
office.
get in there.
Your office or
Her office.
Her office.
Our office has nothing in
So
it.
when you actually now it doesn't say empty under your nameplate.
What does it say?
It just says your names, but it doesn't say empty anymore. When you open the door to the office, you see that 3 of the screens are blank, and one of them is showing Spore.
Oh man, that takes me back.
Nice.
Minimize it. Open up an incognito window.
I don't think you
Airbnb.
should be.
Zoom in on the neighborhood.
I think
See
Kyoko
what-
might be able to do this a bit more effectively.
Calibrate to six people. See how many hits there are.
Oh boy.
And then from the office, from the other side, the one that's ostensibly yours, you hear a
What?
Close window, reopen Spore, walk over.
Yeah, I'm gonna head
and
down.
you see just confetti over an empty room floating down. And then you hear a very tinny surprise.
What?
And we'll end the session there.
Cut to you in front of the two of us. What? Oh my god.
I'm in the background just like, hey, it's a joke.
Braum's also like, I don't understand what's going on.
It's comedy.
Learning a little more.
I expected
Day
it to
by
be
day.
a big prank.
You do.
The best cliffhanger in all of RPG Clinic. Scooped.
Scoop?
Yeah, you forget about the party. Everyone always forgets about my parties.
Oh.
That's not true.
No.
But coming up in just a few moments, your choice for play of the game, alongside questions and an interesting RPG Clinic announcement
Ooh.
in just a few moments. If you guys need to, get out of here. Oh no, comes prepared.
That's how I do.
Scott.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, okay, sorry. So I don't spill it, which I know I would.
Thank you.
Something I wanted to say before, just as a point of like character creation, because I always like talking about it, and sure not all of you folks do, but I was after I kind of like built the character before we started playing. I was just running through, like, oh wow, our dice pools are much smaller than in Exalted. Obviously, can't spend motes, no excellencies, etc. But generally like much smaller pools anyway. And then I was thinking about like, okay, what's my highest pool? And I was like, okay, well, this is like a 7 or an 8 or whatever it was. And I was like, okay, what's my lowest pool? Well, I took Jack of all trades, so it's not like I can have less than 2 or even less than 3. Because like I don't have any attributes or abilities at less than 1. Then I was looking at my sheet again. I was like, oh no. There's like 3 or 2 social type abilities that I have no dots in, and manipulation 1. It's just a disaster. I'm so excited.
Way to go, Braum.
What up? Braum's a big flashing neon sign, Johnny. I wish gunproof enemies.
So we've got Sophia standing up to Incisor, Braum standing up to Incisor.
Patchpad. Hashtag patchpad.
Accompaniment.
God damn it.
Boo.
God damn it.
I don't want to go to the concert with you, but if you feel you want someone to go to the concert with you, I will go to the concert with you.
I don't typically enjoy music in public locations, but if you feel like you need one, then I can accompany
I
you to
will
this.
attend a music event in a public location, private location.
I was actually
Braum.
wondering whether Patches was going to throw down.
I'm so glad you didn't.
No, I could tell that it was a diplomatic situation, so I wasn't gonna.
Well, that's why I was wondering. I
Yeah.
don't know everything about your characters yet.
No, she understands enough that she should stick to being following orders than making the decisions.
Unless
As
you
long
have
as
to.
she doesn't feel that, it demands action.
Oh, cold drink.
Oh, brooches.
Ooh. I don't know, man.
Allo da police.
Oh, fuck, it's the... She showed up, and I was just like, shit, it's the cops. Hide the cocaine. Get the Duke out of here.
The Duke's not there. Duke's not
Get it out of here anyway.
Yet.
I love that he's now Duke Grahamville.
Graham.
Makes me very happy. The Thin White Duke, I believe, was
So
suggested
glad
as an
that I managed to
epithet.
sully the Duke's good name.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah, what
Krister.
does Krister have to say about all this?
Just cut to Krister weeping.
I hate you
Cut
guys.
back.
I hate you guys so much.
But I was proud of Scott for using his kiss.
Yeah,
Thing.
my House
Yeah,
Whittian
house
thing.
thing.
Well, that's going to come up at some point.
So as we're compiling the plays of the game, and when I get my list sent in to me, let's find out what you learned today. We're going to start from the middle and move on. So,
Oh,
Kate.
I learned that Patches can work with people to some extent, but she's starting to. She's still really figuring out what her relationship is with these two.
With these two chuckle fucks.
the chuckle fucks.
And definitely, like I hadn't had my merits and flaws written down last session, and impatient is on there, and I'm like, oh good, because I am playing her as so impatient.
Oh, thank God I took that.
Yeah.
Scott.
proud of you.
Braum's a lot more like nervous to talk about the help that he needs with his past than I thought he would be, and he's also itching for a fight, but like to teach a lesson, not just to like kick ass, but like to teach lessons through combat. He's like itching for it, man.
And last but most certainly not least.
Thanks. I think that I learned something that Sophia already knew, which is how to change your demeanor based on which kith you are interacting with. So it feels like, I don't know, anyway, it felt like this was knowledge that she would already have, like how to treat a boggin versus how to treat a red cap versus how to treat. And obviously, like, it changes depending on the specifics of the person, but at the same time, there are some general etiquette rules to follow. So I think she already knew that, and I kind of discovered that she knew that in game.
All right, folks, so here are your choices. Braum offers
Sophia
Incisor a company mint.
No.
Sophia lays down the law with Incisor, and Patches befriending a nerdy teen knocker.
Nice.
That's getting thrown out in there. You guys have a couple of minutes to vote. You can vote using !vote space 0, 1, or 2.
Oh, come here, Alan.
In the meantime, Obviously, Changeling is going to be of a different pace than Exalted. The world isn't ending at all moments, and while the action will pick up, at the moment these 3 players are still finding their places in a world that is a little bit different from what they're used to. And they may need some extra help fleshing their characters out, and I may need some extra help finding out exactly what the universe is like. Therefore, I'm announcing at this time that during the week, replacing our regular RPG Clinic specific stream, although we may still have Q&A streams from time to time, there may be one-on-one sessions between me and one of these players as they interact with the rest of the world. It could be their mortal lives, it could be them following up, or just even having a conversation with one of the NPCs. These sessions are considered canon, but not considered essential viewing. We will recap all of them at the beginning of the main sessions that will take place here on Sunday, and they will, of course, be uploaded to the YouTube playlist of all of the episodes. But if a player wishes to initiate one of these things, they just have to talk to me, and we might be able to get some further in-depth role-playing done. These sessions aren't also necessarily going to last any longer than 15-20 minutes, depending. They'll last as long as they should to go forward.
Nice.
In general, these will be happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Eastern Standard, when we fix over to that. And our play of the game comes in. There is a tie.
Yes.
And unfortunately for this one, we can't actually support a tie, which means I will have
You'll be the tiebreaker?
the tie-breaking vote
Oh, shit!
for this one. For me, this time around, hopefully this won't come up that often, but the play of the game is going to go to Patches for befriending a nerdy teen knocker. That's one extra experience for you for this session. The others will get your standard 3. This may take place during normal RPG Clinic hours. It's actually going to depend on when the player and I are available. We're still planning on streaming RPG Clinic, so if, for instance, we have to make arrangements that the stream will take place, say, on Thursday, then RPG Clinic will probably air as normal, but it will be the standard Q&A format. And I may still have guests. We'll see.
Yay!
Son of a... So that's what we've got for that particular announcement. Believe the first one. We'll see. You have your you have now the information for your police officer.
Yeah.
We'll see what if either of you want to engage in anything, and we'll be announcing those on Twitter.
Huge.
But we'll see. So
stay tuned.
Crosshair says, on a small side note, players, you really found your stride in this episode. Much more of a game than settling in, and you could much more see the essence of the characters. So, once I feel that the characters kind of have that footing underneath them and they know who they are, I can start ramping up the action a little bit. It's just such a difference than Exalted. What? This isn't supposed to be playing yet. What am I doing? We're not ending right now, are we?
I mean, if you really want us to. We'll update this.
Yeah, it is very different. It's very different, but it's fun.
With a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Does the crowd have any questions while we're here?
I'm like you said, John, like I'm just happy to be playing in a game that isn't life or death stakes all the time, or like not life or death, but high drama stakes all the time. And if it's not, you're like, so I guess we're having a fucking episode. You know what I mean? Like it's just like,
wow.
Well, I guess it's a downtime episode. Better get
So that's
banging.
what you think of me.
Go watch Exalt Twitch. You know what I'm talking about.
God damn.
I'm joking.
God.
I'm joking. Oh, he's a friend. He's a friend.
It's a very different game for me because I'm actually like making notes on everybody that we meet so that I can use it on them in later conversations. Ray didn't care.
You're like, the others will remember who this
Sophia's like,
fuckhead is.
remember
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Thank you, Diamondback.
Yay. Oh, thanks, Diamondback.
Thanks, Diamondback.
Oh, there's going to be action. have you seen these 2 sheets?
Yeah.
These 2 sheets? Then I don't think I can keep them away from action for that much longer.
Oh, like combat action. I
I'll
think.
just make sure
I just
buy
saw
furniture zone while this is going on.
infusion.
Daniel TIE Fighter Infusion is no longer an available art in 20th anniversary.
That's why I had
edition.
no idea what you're talking about.
It's kind of busted. So, in fact, elements of Infusion have been spread to other arts. Will-o'-the-Wisp, I believe, now is, in fact, in one of the other...
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
So their Infusion isn't its own art anymore. Knockers don't have a very specific art of their own. But in a way, I'm kind of happy about that. Infusion was an interesting idea, but it was very boring until it became very broken. You could essentially create artificial, golems, artificial life.
Oh shit.
Which was great, except that you had to have permission from the Knocker ruling body, the Bestin, whose headquarters, and this is canon, are located in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
How wildly specific! I love it. It's very specific.
They were a major port for a long time. It sucks if you're playing a game set in Australia.
Yes. And then you're like,
well, I'll get
I guess you
sailing.
can use a telephone. We're contemporary
it's
enough for that.
2017, yeah. Aragorn, I just wanted to answer something that you mentioned earlier. I'm a little surprised. I'm surprised that Krister thought that was... Anyway, never mind. Just I don't know, it's on the sheet, and I don't want to... I think we're all trying to, make a new start. It's a new game. We're playing different characters, right? There's going to be traps that we're going to fall into similar to our last characters. And I don't want to use my house boon to be like, Jorik, attack, all the time. So it just happened to work out that I was like, yeah, sure.
Kung Fu Fenris brings up, Kith-specific arts are stupid AF. And Krister mentions that all the arts of C20 are meant to be used by all Kith thing. There's no longer any Kith-specific arts. This is one of the changes I actually really like.
Agreed.
It's tough because there were some things that just had so much power to them. However, I do like how there are still a couple of arts that nobles are like, that was our art. You can't have those. But it's no longer, you can't learn Sovereign, you can't learn Kronos. I mean, there are specific Kith and specific oaths that you can have or flaws that mean that you can't learn an art. But that's not a specific matter. But
that's it, right? Magic is open to all, to a certain extent, right?
Sovereign naming in Kronos, yeah. But it is one of the improvements that I really like. I also just like the fact that now there aren't super... Ishu had Tailcraft, and Tailcraft was an interesting thing, but Tailcraft was essentially just, I can do everything in this with chicanery better. Tailcraft didn't really do much, other than, I can make, shadows move, and then I can make, the stories sort of come alive kind of thing, in front of people, but you could do that with chicanery already.
Right.
And then the last one was, you can make people act out the story you say, and you can still do that with... So, anyway.
Yeah.
Metamorphosis is much more improved. It's not nearly as broken as it once was, but that's a story for an RPG clinic for another time. Guys, I am super pleased. First of all, we have to thank anybody who subscribed today. We've had a few. Thank you so much.
Yay!
All of you have been supporting. I mean, hey, we've still got more viewers than we had normally with
Exaltwitch, yeah.
With Exaltwitch, so that's cool.
Sorry, I've forgotten the name.
Everyone says, I'm really enjoying this. I have to admit, while I love this crew, obviously, I was nervous to see how the game would come off from going from an extremely high fantasy setting to a modern fantasy setting. I wondered if it would feel bland until the story got underway, but I'm really loving it. Nice. I mean, I still feel like there's a lot more, surprises and shocks in store, but we're finding our feet. The ships are still being constructed, and we haven't launched the Armada yet. I'm still holding out for Patchpad, but we'll see what we can get. We got a couple more streams coming at you, though, tomorrow.
Packer.
Tomorrow is a hashtag Steel stream. Guys, I'm out of the city, this city. for a few days, so I will try to Dream Daddy later this week because, frankly, I'm loving it. It's a ton of fun. I'm really enjoying. So stay tuned to Twitter. I'm going to try to hop on that at some point. But still stream tomorrow if anyone wants it.
I mean, technically it could be me, depending on whether I land, whether I make it back into drenched Austin at the moment.
Oh, God.
Tuesday.
He's also out of town on Tuesday, so unless we end up,
so there may be more steel streaming in place.
Yeah.
Wednesday there will be an RPG clinic.
Sorry, guys.
Whether or not it's one of the bonus sessions, I believe it probably won't be, but we will see. Thursday, Kate?
I will stream. Details up forthcoming, but I'm going to probably have a bunch of streams this month. Details forthcoming. Well, in September. Yeah.
Sounds
I'm going to
good.
figure out what next game I need to marathon.
Possibly after her stream on Thursday will be the first bonus stream for Changeling TS. We will let you know. Friday.
2.5. Friday, I am pretty sure Punchy is happening at the usual time. Possibly will be moved earlier. I'm going out of town that weekend and just need to confirm when I'm actually leaving.
However, at this point, we are relatively sure that there will be Changeling on Sunday. And I have to have a conversation with Krister that my players are both going to simultaneously regret and anticipate. Krister has ideas.
Oh
my.
good. Goody.
What happens when you pit the players against 20 golems?
Thank you, Krister. Much appreciated.
Stay tuned after the stream. You can catch Captain Daff, who may or may not be playing a game that will make him tear his beard out.
Will he tear
Yay.
his beard
There's
out?
a lot of
Send
beard
it to
to tear
John
out,
so
yeah.
John can become Orc Dave. We don't know. We don't know. Rat Queens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so we'll have to see whether I manage to land in. But, I'm looking forward to it. Laurent has been piling us with our Aragorn, now has joined the art fray along with Captain Daff. We want to see yours. My first official guest is here on Twitter. Use the Changeling TS hashtag alongside any guest art that you may have for any of the characters. If you require descriptions, check the wiki, because there have been descriptions said on stream. If you want anything further, come and ask me.
Or you could submit your art your very self on our wiki. Instructions are on the fan art page.
Right in the gallery.
that.
Yeah.
Do it, please. That way your art will definitely go up rather than getting
Yeah.
lost.
And also hashtag guest art if you want to share it, right? We'll and then
Yeah,
we'll,
do share it on
do
Twitter.
both.
We will retweet.
Yeah,
but-
do both.
Please do both.
Yeah.
That way we'll definitely
But
see
that
it.
is my first official guest. Guest art.
Liz, what's up?
Guys, I have to go back to Texas. But thankfully this game won't keep us apart for much longer than a week.
Yay!
Thanks to our mods,
Golf clap, I love it.
Aragorn and Captain Daff. Thank you to the Onyx Path. Hopefully soon this game will be released and we'll be able to share it with you. Thanks also to Krister for tuning in. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, especially our subscribers. May you totes it up all day, every day.
I don't know what that means.
In the meantime, while there might be some disruptions for streams, check Twitter to find out. We will catch you soon.
On the flippity flap.
Flip, flap.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.